Welcome to tonight's game here at Labatt Park. Brantford Red Sox are in town to take on the London Majors for the third time this season. They've seen each other twice already, the Majors walking away with 2 wins. The Majors having a very successful weekend last weekend, and Brantford winning their very first game of the season on Tuesday night. Tonight will be the first Friday night under the lights of the season. We're in for a very exciting game tonight, folks. Back up to you, Noah and Dylan, in the Game Day London press box.
Welcome upstairs to the Game Day London broadcast booth. Dylan Baker alongside me, Noah Smith for this evening's action. Thank you, Jaci, for the throw. Today is the first Friday night home game for the London Majors this season, Noah. Exciting and feels good to be back at the ballpark on a Friday night. Feels right.
Dylan, if you ask any London Majors fan about, what Majors baseball is about, they'll tell you 2 things. Baseball at Labatt Park, the oldest baseball grounds in the world, and Friday nights. That's the other thing that comes to mind here. And for the Majors, a little bit of a late start getting to their first Friday night home game of the regular season as we roll into the month of June as of yesterday. But the boys of summer are rolling coming into this game. A big weekend last weekend puts them at the 500 mark heading into tonight.
Let's dive into last weekend, Noah, because on Sunday here at Labatt Park, the Majors got their first home win of the season with an 11-0 victory over these same Brantford Red Sox. Jared Lund got his first start of the season and really impressed.
Yeah, he sure did. He was fantastic on the hill. And talking to Rube Channerdet, talking to the coaching staff for the London Majors, Jared Lund throws strikes. And sometimes that's all you need to do is locate the fastball and throw a lot of strikes. And that's what Lund does best. He'll be getting the start as well tonight.
Talk to Rube Channerdet in the Rupe's Report segment that'll air a little bit later about Jared Lund. He is thrilled with the performance that he saw last weekend, which has allowed him to start Jared Lund here in this game as well. The Brantford Red Sox, Noah, coming off their first victory of the season, as JC mentioned, a team that only won 2 games last year, got into the win column on Tuesday against the Guelph Royals.
Yeah, that was a big win for that team, Dylan. A rough start to the season as well, but they were able to pull it all together and pick up a big win against the Guelph Royals on Tuesday night. They couldn't follow that up Thursday on the road against the Welland Jackfish, unfortunately, a pummeling at Welland Stadium in Welland on Thursday night. But fortunately for the Red Sox, this busy week continues, but they roll into a third game of the season already, this young season, and it's the third meeting between these 2 clubs already.
A little odd that we see this, Noah. I mean, you're not used to seeing the same team 3 times this early in the season, as you hear the loud applause in the background for Cleveland Brownlee, who gets introduced onto the field. The Majors and Red Sox, they've played 1 game at Arnold Anderson Stadium. This will be the second at Labatt Park. Just an interesting schedule to start the year. Majors hoping to go 3-0, but that's no easy task when you see a team this much in such a short span.
Well, Dylan, one thing you'll notice as well, and if anybody a fan of the IBL, a team that's or fans that have watched the Brantford Red Sox so far this year, you'll know that the Red Sox actually have started a fair amount of their games well. They've got the lead in some of those games. In many cases, Dylan, they've been holding leads somewhat late into ball games, but that seems to be where it's really fallen off the tracks for the Red Sox early here in this season, is when they get into that 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning. The back half of the ball games, it just seems like they can't seem to finish the job that they, in their own right, start well in these ball games.
Exactly, they do, Noah. They did that on the Friday night game last weekend against the Majors, as you see on our 519 Jersey Auction mobile cam. Majors starting pitcher Jared Lund head out to the mound here at Labatt Park, getting his second start in as many games. Of course, the Intercounty Baseball League schedule being as dispersed as it is, that allows Majors manager Rube Channerdet to start a guy like Jared Lund in back-to-back games, hoping for yet another stellar start here today. It is almost time for baseball at Labatt Park, but first we'll have the national anthem. We'll head for a quick break and be right back on Majors TV.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years. Now there's hope.
Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
You're watching.
Here's the pitch. Joseph drills it to right center field. That ball's going back to the warning track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Starling Joseph, a 2-run home run.
London Majors Baseball on Majors.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of Majors TV.
You're watching London Majors Baseball.
London Majors Baseball.
London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Park as you see our ceremonial first pitch about to get thrown out. A representative of Mad London and area who is having an event here today at the ballpark, getting a chance to educate about their cause. The throw gets by Eduardo Deolio, the Majors backstop, and we are nearly set for action here at Labatt Park as Jared Lund takes the hill. Noah, Jared Lund last weekend, a great start as mentioned, 6 scoreless and quite the line to go with it.
Yeah, fantastic start there from Jared Lund a week ago against the Brantford Red Sox. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, only walked 1 and struck out 6 in the ball game, picking up the win for the Majors, and he'll look to do so again here. And as we've touched on throughout the course of the pregame show, Dylan, looking to throw a lot of strikes and work efficiently here against the Red Sox.
Absolutely. His efficiency was fantastic in his last start. Now, in his first appearance of the season, it was a relief outing here in the home opener against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Jared Lund struggled to find the strike zone just a little bit, and last outing, he was pounding the zone, and that's what allowed for his success. He'll look to repeat that here today against a very different Brantford lineup from the one we saw last weekend. Very few familiar faces in here. You've got the big guys like Jeremy Veilleux and Jesse Fishbaum, Spencer Jameson as well. The bottom part of the order, quite similar to the one we saw last weekend, but the top has some new faces, including a new bat from Barry, Noah, and Christian Kuzemka batting cleanup, playing left field.
Yeah, picked up from Barry earlier this week in a trade, and he'll look to try and show off here for the Red Sox, show why they picked him up, and make sure that that was a good trade. And as you mentioned there, he gets to bat in a pretty big spot for the Red Sox here in the lineup tonight. We touched on the schedule for the Red Sox. Dylan, it has been a busy week for the Sox, and here again on this Friday night at Labatt Park, a little bit of a shorter trip down the 401 to London, but back in action again for the 3rd time this week.
It's been jam-packed for Brantford so far as Gus Wilson steps into the batter's box to face Jared Lund. First pitch is a fastball that will miss high for ball 1.
And with that, Dylan, we are underway here tonight, shortly after the scheduled first pitch time, 7:39 as ball 1 flies.
Into the windup goes Lund. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Lund ready to get back into the count there. A fantastic job by him on that last start against the Red Sox. In the batters that he did get behind, Dylan, he was quick to throw a strike and get himself right back into it.
That one misses up and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. He's stuck with a fastball in the first 3 pitches so far, Noah. Last weekend in his start, he went most of the ball game without walking a single batter up until later in the outing. It was, I believe, the 5th inning where he issued his lone walk of the game. That one misses high as well. 3 balls and a strike here from Lund.
Yeah, falls in danger here of walking the leadoff man in the ball game. 3-1 the count. He'll try to work back into it.
Gus Wilson facing a 3-1 count, pitch on its way. That one will be in there for a called strike. Full count now to the Red Sox leadoff man. Wilson on the season 0 for 3. Wearing number 90 for Brantford. Full count offering from Lund will miss for ball 4. Looked like he took something off of that, perhaps, Noah, and issues a free pass here to start the ball game.
Yeah, not the way Lund would have liked to start the ball game, but nothing hurt here. It's just a leadoff walk. He'll roll into the second batter of the ball game here and see if he can roll a double play ball. Lund, the lefty, has the advantage here. He's pretty good at holding runners at first base.
Got called for a balk last Sunday by umpire Justin Snively, who is once again working the ball game at Labatt Park, as that one is in there for a strike. Snively, the first base umpire today. Lund, it was a pickoff move to first base, and first base umpire deemed he did not stay within his 45-degree angle that he is allowed on that move. No balls, 1 strike the count. Lund takes a couple of peeks over to first base, continues to hold. Pitch on its way. That one just misses for ball 1.
Lund working the zone pretty well here. Likes that low spot. We saw him when he walked the leadoff batter of the ball game. It was a lot of pitches up in the zone, which is not his bread and butter.
Pitch to Matthew Fabian is popped foul. Lund worked very quickly on that last pitch, trying to vary the timing to mess with Gus Wilson over at first base, not allow him to establish a pattern and a rhythm there where he feels he may be able to pick up a stolen base. Fabian ready in the box. Wilson takes his lead off at first. Lund a couple of peeks. Holds longer on this one. Continues to hold. Pitch on its way. That one a breaking ball. Well outside, and it's 2-2.
Slipped the breaking ball out of his hand there on the release, moving the count to 2-2. Just needs to get on top of that pitch and make sure he spins it.
Wind blowing out towards right field. The flags are in motion here at Labatt Park as Lund gets set out there on the mound. Pitch on its way. Inside. Just missed the corner with that offering. And it's a full count.
Once again, not a bad location from Lund there. Early here in this ball game, he'll try to figure out the strike zone, know where he can go and where he may or may not be getting calls.
So second full count of the ball game already for Jared Lund. He's got a runner over at first base, nobody out. He will throw over and back with a dive as Wilson. Throw nearly got away from Kane McGee, the first baseman. Did a good job coming off the bag to make that play.
First pickoff move of the evening that we have seen from Jared Lund. He won't use it a whole lot, Dylan. He'll be kind of picky when he wants to use that pickoff move. Felt like that was a good time on 3-2.
We'll see if the Red Sox put him in motion. Not running. That one misses inside. And so Jared Lund has issued back-to-back walks to start the ball game. So 2 base runners for the Red Sox.
Yeah, the Red Sox getting some men on, and now men in scoring position early on here in the ball game after back-to-back walks from Jared Lund. The Majors lefty not necessarily looking uncomfortable on the mound. He's just missed his spots a few too many times. Both times was looking for the put-away pitch when he missed.
So 2 on, nobody out. Was unable to put away Fabian. Couldn't work back from a 3-1 count to leadoff man Gus Wilson, and now he's got to deal with Jeremy Veilleux, the number 3 hitter. First pitch is in there for a called strike from Lund.
Good job there after the walk. Responds with a strike to lead off the at-bat to Veilleux.
No balls, 1 strike. Creeping in over at second base is Brett Graham. Now backing away. Lund takes a peek. Pitch coming. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. A called strike, despite the fact that Veilleux checked his swing.
Yeah, now Lund works up 0-2, and he's got options here. Doesn't have to come right at the 3 hitter with a couple of runners on.
No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Jeremy Veilleux in the batter's box. The number 3 hitter for the Red Sox. Pitch on its way. Went around, according to the home plate umpire, strike 3. And there's 1 gone here in the first inning.
Yeah, good put-away pitch there on 0-2 for Jared Lund. Went way down in the zone, was fortunate enough to get the chase for the first out here of the top of the first inning.
So Christian Kuzemko will step into the batter's box for Brantford. As mentioned in the pregame show, recently acquired by these Red Sox from the Barrie Baycats earlier this week. Kuzemka expected to play a big role here for Brantford this season. Jared Lund takes a peek back at second base. Candell creeping in behind the runner. Pitch on its way to Kuzemka. on the outside corner for strike one. First and second, both reached on walks. Lund only issued one in his last outing. Kuzemka 3 for 9 on the season coming into this ball game. Pitch on its way, breaking ball. That one misses outside. 1-1.
Couple of runners on here as Lund works through the heart of the order in the top of the first. We talked about how the Sox have been able to get runs across early in ball games as of late. And once again threatening here in this one.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch on its way. That one misses low. 2-1. Kuzemka, a great chance to get the Red Sox on the board first here in the ball game. Majors trying to turn an inning double play. Candell and Graham shaded up the middle. Lund peeks back at second, now spins, fires, they've got him if the tag's applied, and it's in time! A pickoff for Jared Lund to erase the runner in scoring position. There's 2 gone.
What a pickoff move from Jared Lund, and Dylan, a little bit of a shock almost for Lund. He made the turn, wasn't expecting the runner to be off as much as he was, and had time to get the throw over to second base, picked out of the dirt. And a big second out there eliminates the runner in scoring position.
So now there's a runner at first with 2 away. 2-1 the count. Still a hitter's count for Kuzemka, who swings through that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Lund went up high with the fastball.
Now 2-2, and after back-to-back walks to start the inning, Lund's got himself in a good spot here to try and work out of the top of 1.
Standing over at first base is Fabian. Lund comes set, takes a peek. 2-2 home. In the air, right field. Byron Reichstein initially in, now back. Camps under it, makes the grab, and the side is retired. So the Red Sox get 2 on with walks, but the runner erased over at second base with the pickoff, and a couple other quick outs for Jared Lund allows him to get back into the dugout after a scoreless inning.
Yeah, great work there by Jared Lund after the back-to-back walks to begin the ball game. Worked back into it, was able to use the pickoff move to get an out, and after the top of the first inning, no score here. The Majors will head to the bats looking to try and take the early lead.
Noah, that pickoff move changed the complexion of the inning, right? You got a runner in scoring position, less than 2 outs, 2 runners on, runner over at first base as well. All of a sudden, Jared Lund records that out at second, and it's a brand new inning.
Well, exactly, and as a pitcher, that all that does is take the pressure off you. Anything going through your head in that top of the first inning almost gets erased immediately when you make a pickoff move like that, especially to get the lead runner, the guy at second base. And he's able to almost work stress-free for the rest of that top of the first inning, can just pitch to the number 4 hitter, and he records the out. And, hey, he'll send his Majors to the bats here in the bottom of the first inning, looking to take the first lead.
The Majors will face Corey Fields, a young right-hander who is actually a junior call-up for the Brantford Red Sox today. Not an easy task facing this Majors lineup, who over the weekend put up 24 runs against Brantford alone in the 2 games that they played. 1 at Arnold Anderson Stadium, 1 here at Labatt Park, so should be a challenge for the young arm.
Yeah, it should be, but there's no better way to get your feet wet and pitch in the Intercounty Baseball League than with a little bit of challenge. And some good bats here in the London Majors order, some veteran sluggers as well. It'll be interesting to see how they work with them and work to them here.
Behind the plate for the Brantford Red Sox in the ball game is former London Major Kieran Bowles, as you get a look at some fans down the right field line, hanging out. Beautiful night for a ball game.
No roughhousing. No roughhousing. It is warm, Dylan. 30 degrees, I believe, at first pitch. The temperature here at Labatt Park feels a little bit warmer than that. We expect things to cool off a little bit here as the evening moves along. I was checking the weather out today. I work in an air-conditioned office, so I'm not one to complain, but it did get up to 36 degrees today, I saw.
Wow.
Feeling like at least 36 degrees in the sunshine. So to those of you who maybe had to work outside today, endure the weather. Hopefully you're sitting on the couch with a cold one enjoying some London Majors baseball right now as the Majors get set to hit the bats here in the bottom of the first.
Drew Lawrence will lead things off for London, trying to get the Majors on the board here in their first chance at the plate of the ball game against Fields, the righty for Brantford. First pitch to Lawrence is in there for a called strike.
Yeah, if there's one thing you tell a young pitcher as well, Dylan, throw strikes, right? Make them beat you. Don't beat yourself by walking guys.
That one hit hard towards second base, gobbled up over there by Lupton. He'll fire it over to Jamison at first, and there's one gone here very quickly in the bottom of the first inning.
And that's exactly what you got to do. Let these guys hit. Baseball's a funny game. You can throw strikes down the middle, and sometimes you'll have one of your easiest days at the ballpark. Guys are just hitting it to people, hitting guys on the infield, hitting fly balls to the outfield. Wind is kind of blowing from left or right here, so I don't expect a whole lot of balls to carry, at least out to left field. Wind might actually end up knocking them down a little bit.
So Byron Reichstein into the batter's box for the Majors. Face Corey Fields. First pitch fouled hard for strike one. Reichstein went 3 for 5 on Sunday against the Brantford Red Sox. A very solid showing at the plate that we've become accustomed to with Byron Reichstein over the years in the pinstripes. The 0-1 on its way. That one well outside of the fastball. Noah in the early going. Corey Fields has quite the leg movement working when he comes to the plate.
He does. Unique, not something you see every day. You'll see pitchers sometimes use that as a way to get themselves set.
Hard ground ball to Jamison. Good job by the pitcher covering Fields, and that's 2 quick ground ball outs for the young righty.
Yeah, great job there. Once again, just rolling the ground ball. A little bit of trouble over there at first base. You hit it in a weird spot like that, and now he's got to get over and make the play at one, but he does a great job getting over, getting that second out, and now 2 big outs here as he faces one of the hottest hitters in the Majors lineup, if not the hottest hitter.
The Intercounty Baseball League Player of the Week for last week, Eduardo DeOlio, 4 home runs in his last 5 games for the Majors as Fields gets ready out there on the mound. Pitch on its way is up and away to DeOlio for ball 1. First 2 batters retired on 5 pitches from Fields. Comes to the play with a breaking ball. That one fouled off, and that time Noah did not do the fancy leg movement, just came straight to the plate.
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of using it almost as a deceptive move to try and throw off, and now DeOlio is going to toss his bat to the side. I think he might have got it off the end there and broke the bat. Fields, interestingly enough, went with the fastball to start the at-bat and then came back with the breaking ball to get his first strike, a foul ball at the plate.
Fields trying to keep the pitch count nice and low here in this first inning. At 7 pitches right now. Comes set on the mound. 1-1 home. Holds in the leg kick. Breaking ball. DeOlio gets jammed on the ground to third base. Bobbled by Fabian. Here's the throw to Jamison. It is in time to get DeOlio. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for young Corey Fields of the Brantford Red Sox. And we're through 1 complete here at Labatt Park with no score. We'll be right back on Majors TV.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of Majors TV.
You're watching London Majors Baseball.
London Majors Baseball. London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Park for the second inning of play between the Majors and the Brantford Red Sox. Get a look at a pup at the park. Today, one of the great things I think know about Labatt Park is the fact that dogs are always welcome, and that's a beautiful pooch.
Enjoying some sunshine at the ballpark. I love it.
That is our 519 Jersey Auction mobile camera getting you a great look at the dog at the ballpark. A fantastic night for baseball. Why not enjoy it with your favorite furry friend?
Yeah, Dylan, you know what? We actually get questions a lot. You broadcast for the team. People just assume you know everything. They ask you the questions. Can I bring my dog to the ballpark? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
It's a common misconception because I just can't roll in with my dog into the Rogers Center in Toronto. Makes sense. Understandable. Here at Labatt Park, we're friendly. We're open. Bring your dog.
Listen, there's not a concern about them needing to go to the washroom. There's plenty of grass down the lines in the parking lot there, and as long as you're cleaning up after your dog, they're more than welcome to come to beautiful Labatt Park and take in a great ball game at the Forks of the Thames with you. And so far, it's been a tight one. Jared Lund walked the first two batters at the top of the first inning and then wiggled his way out of it, thanks in part to a pickoff. And then it was a 1-2-3 inning for Corey Fields in the bottom of the first, so it'll be Jesse Fishbaum for the Brantford Red Sox to lead things off, followed by Spencer Jameson and Jarrett Lupton. London to the windup. Here's the first pitch. In there for a strike to Fishbaum. It's 0-1. The 0-1 home from Lund on the ground. DeOlio out of the crouch chasing after it, but it will roll foul, and it's 0-2.
DeOlio had to get up quick there before he realized that ball had enough spin on it to roll foul. If it were to stay fair, that was going to be a tough play. Right on the line is always an interesting one for the catcher.
No guarantee that DeOlio makes that play, especially on Fishbaum, a guy who's often in the leadoff spot for this Red Sox lineup because of how dynamic he is as a player. Able to run the bases very well. A solid hitter at the plate. Lund into the windup, trying to put him away. Here's the 0-2. In the air, right field, Reichstein. Right there. Makes the grab, and there's one away.
Good start to the top of the second here for Lund. He got up 0-2, and I think that pitch maybe caught a little bit more of the zone than he was hoping for on 0-2. Fishbaum put it out to right, and Reichstein was there to make the catch for the first out here at the top of the second.
Yeah, Byron Reichstein camped right under that one, positioned perfectly to make that grab. So one gone here very quickly. And Spencer Jameson steps into the batter's box, the left-handed hitting first baseman. Pitch on its way from Lund. That's a breaking ball, and it's fouled off for strike one. Jameson batting .285 on the year, just 2 for 7, only 7 at-bats so far. 2 runs batted in. 0-1, fouled off on a fastball that time and right into the Majors dugout.
Yeah, right towards the Majors bench. They sent some players scattering around the dugout.
The speed change there from Lund, going from a slow breaking ball to a hard fastball. Caught Jameson off guard. Here's the pitch on its way. That one misses outside, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Different approach there from Lund on that 0-2 pitch. Went well outside the zone. Didn't look like that one had any intentions of being super close.
Pitch is inside on what looked to be an off-speed pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes now from Lund.
Went curveball again, missed low. Benefit of being up 0-2 is you've got a few pitches to work with here.
2-2 home. Jameson hits that one hard on the ground towards shortstop. Keith Candell picks it up cleanly, fires a strike over to Kane McGee, and there are 2 gone here in the top of the second inning.
Great work there by Lund. Gets the ground ball again. Candell ready for it at short. Makes that strong throw across the diamond, and quickly there are 2 gone here in the second.
Yeah, Jared Lund making quick work of the first 2 batters. Through 20 pitches in the first inning, 8 so far to get 2 away, as that'll bring up Jarrett Lupton. That one misses outside for ball 1.
Dylan, we talked about that wind and the weather a little bit in the first inning. The wind dies down at times. It doesn't seem to be a constant blow.
Big swing and a miss there from Lupton.
And now is one of those times when it's just kind of dead. It just sits there for a little bit, and then from every now and again, we get a beautiful view of the flags up here in the press box. And sometimes they'll whip around. Other times they'll just kind of sit there.
That one misses on what looked to be a curveball. Lund has stayed all breaking balls here against Lupton so far, playing second base today for Brantford. Into the windup, working quickly. That one outside, 3-1. Noah, you mentioned the flag view that we have here. I was noticing after I made the observation in the first inning that they were blowing, immediately they died down. So it's really on and off. 3-1 home. Swing and a miss from Lupton. Big hack at that one.
Should point out as well, it looks like some cloud cover out in center field. Not expecting any rain in the forecast today. And, of course, with the temperatures, as we mentioned, up above the 30-degree mark at the start of the ball game, the fans will take the welcome addition of a nice breeze blowing in off the Thames.
So full count, 2 away here to Jarrett Lupton. Jared Lund on the mound. Pitch coming. Lupton fights that one off and sends it to the backstop. So he'll stay alive.
Good battle on 3-2. Lund brought it to him here. And as Lund kind of works towards the bottom of the order here for the Sox, we'll see if he just goes right at him.
3-2 home once more. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jared Lund gets a strikeout to retire the side here in the top of the second inning, and he's through 2 scoreless at Labatt Park.
Fantastic work there from Jared Lund. Another good inning on the mound for him here, and the Majors will get ready to once again come to the plate and see if they can fare any better in the bottom half of this inning. It's been a good start to this ball game so far. Both pitchers looking fairly comfortable, and something you like to see at the ballpark.
Absolutely it is. Jared Lund through 2 scoreless. Corey Fields was really efficient in that first inning, Noah, as he heads back out there for his second frame of work. Only threw 8 pitches to get through Drew Lawrence, Byron Reichstein, and Eduardo Deolio. So no small task, and he only used 8 pitches to get through it. Really impressive start to the ball game for Fields.
Yeah, exactly. And he got through a good part of the London Majors order. Now he's got to go through kind of the middle portion here to start the second inning. And we'll see if he kind of keeps up, Dylan. We talked about that leg movement on the mound. Interesting to note here for Fields is there's not a whole lot of starters in the league, or in baseball in general, it seems anymore, that work from the stretch. Right, so he's working from that stretch position here. He's moving around, changing up the leg motion. And we'll see what he does here to begin the bottom of the second inning. You get a good shot inside the London Majors dugout. Lots of smiles here early on here on this Friday night. The Majors happy to be back in their normal time slot.
Yeah, lots of young fans in attendance today trying to get some autographs mid-game. And one of the beautiful things about a park like this is how close the fans are to the players, right? There's easy access for autograph signings and for just conversation during innings, between innings, with the guys on the bench.
Absolutely, and we get to see that a fair amount here at the ballpark, not just from the Majors as well, but the visiting teams. It's something that's special about the Intercounty Baseball League and some of the lower levels of even affiliated ball as well, is your access to the players, right? You get to be right down there on field level. No one's stopping you from heading right down to the fence before the ball game, or even in between innings. Saying hi to your favorite ball player.
Well, this guy became a lot of people's favorite ball players last year with his fan engagement, the fun he had on the field, and his stellar play as Starling Joseph digs into the batter's box for the Majors. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 in this frame. Joseph, Brownlee, and McGee for London. Pitch from Fields. That one on the outside corner, strike 1.
Dylan, if you were a Majors fan and you were to put together a list of the top 3 guys I think you were happy to have back this year, Starling Joseph is probably in that list. And there's a lot of big names that the Majors were happy to have back here in 2023.
Mixing it up with the leg movement is Fields. Joseph hits that one high in the air on the infield. Fields getting out of the way. Lupton charging hard. Everybody converging. And it's Spencer Jamieson, the first baseman, who makes the grab for the first out.
That was hit a mile high on the infield. All 4 infielders kind of converging there. Not sure where that one was going to go. There was only one guy out of the 5 standing there that knew he wasn't going to catch it, and that was Fields. He evaded pretty quickly.
He did exactly what he needed to do, ran away from that baseball as Cleveland Brownlee gets introduced at Labatt Park. Always a good ovation for the big man.
I was going to say, without doubt, always the loudest ovation. No one's screaming tonight, but always a good round of applause when Cleveland Brownlee walks up to the plate.
Cleveland, every time he comes up, puts some dirt on his hands and gets ready to hit. He hit his first home run of the season last Sunday. Cleveland Brownlee not quite ready to go. Calls time. Trying to work quickly on the mound was Fields. The second Brownlee got that second foot into the box. He was ready to go, and Cleveland just needed a little more time there. First pitch on its way. That one misses high for ball 1.
Fields was in a groove. He was ready to work, ready to get that first pitch over to Cleveland Brownlee. He said, hold on. You gotta let me dig in here. This is my house.
Messing with the timing once again. 1-0. That's in there for a strike on a breaking ball. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Cleveland Brownlee. That one in the air, fouled off. And it's 1-2.
See what they do with Brownlee here on a ball and 2 strikes. Some options, the fastball elevated. That's always a pitch that Cleveland likes to chase. Got to make sure you get it up there if you do. Here's the weird leg movement.
1-2. Brownlee lines that one hard back up the middle, charging in the center fielder Fishbaum, but it'll drop right in front of him. So Cleveland Brownlee gets the first hit of this ball game for either side on a base hit up the middle.
Yeah, that's our first hit of the ball game, and it comes off the bat of Cleveland Brownlee on a 2-strike count. Tried to get their pitch in the right spot. I think missed just a little bit there, did Fields. And Brownlee kind of just slapped it up the middle.
Looked like he took something off of that one, and Cleveland able to take it right back where it came as Kane McGee steps into the batter's box. That one a fastball in there for a called strike. Kane McGee, a guy who's been a great addition to this Majors ball club, batting .400 in the early going. 15 at-bats, 6 hits, all of them singles for the big man. Swings through that one, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, that's the only thing so far, Dylan, that we haven't seen from Kane McGee is a little bit of that pop. It's there, and I'm sure we'll see it at some point, but a lot of base hits so far.
Looking in for the sign is Fields. Comes set. Pitch on its way. McGee drives that one to center field. Back on it, Fishbaum. Shy of the warning track, makes the grab for the second out of the bottom of the second.
McGee gave that one a ride, was able to get the barrel on that one, but flirting with the biggest center field in the Inter-County League out in 402 to center. Still another 20 feet to get that one anywhere close to the wall. 2 gone here in the bottom of the second.
So with 2 away and a runner at first, Brett Graham will dig into the batter's box. Batting 7th today and playing second base for London. Graham 2 for 18 on the season, 2 singles. Here's the pitch from Fields. That one outside. Ball 1. Brownlee not a threat to run over at first base. 1-0 home. Graham in the air. Foul territory. Going to be a long run for everybody. 3 players converging. A dive from Jared Lupton. And that one gets down. It's a foul ball.
That was going to be a tough one to get, even if everybody there had a good jump. First baseman had no shot. It was Lupton coming over, who maybe had the best chance, but he was still probably a good 5 feet away at best from making that catch that lands in the generous foul territory here at Labatt Park.
It's not quite Oakland Coliseum level foul territory, Noah, but there is a lot of it here at Labatt.
There is. You got the bullpens down there as well. A lot of room to play with.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Pitch on its way. Graham lines that one straight back at the screen. It's 1-2.
And now we'll see Fields get himself into another favorable count, 1-2. See if he can put away Graham here.
1-2 home. Graham on the ground in the hole. Tough play. Bobbled by the third baseman, Fabian. Throw to second to try to get Brownlee's into right field. Cleveland round second. He'll head to third base and trot in there easily. So we'll see how that one gets scored, but Brownlee sure to advance on an error. Just a matter of whether Graham reaches on an error or not. He does reach on an error. So Brett Graham reaches first base on the error, charged to Fabian for the bobble, and then Cleveland Brownlee gets to third base on a throwing error.
Fabian saw Brownlee kind of rolling into second base there a little bit slow, but the reason he did that, it was because the infielder backed off the bag. He wasn't expecting to throw. Fabian didn't see that, threw it anyways, and the ball ended up in shallow right field. That puts Majors at the corners. Still 2 out here in the inning.
Dan Battelle into the batter's box and fouls off the first pitch he sees. Battelle 4 for 14, a double this season for the Majors. In a great spot to try to drive home a run. 4 runs batted in the early going. Pitch to Battelle. Not a great swing there, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. It looks like he was kind of gearing up for the 0-1 curveball. way behind it. Count moves to 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Corey Fields on the mound trying to put him away. Here's the pitch. Brownlee fakes a break. That's a breaking ball just outside. Nearly came back and caught the corner, but home plate umpire says no. One and two, 2 out. Graham takes his lead off of first. Here's the pitch. Patel hits that one hard. It's off the glove of Jamieson. Going to be a tough play. Has nowhere to go with it. So the Majors get on the board first as Dan Patel puts one in a tough spot and cashes Cleveland Brownlee.
Majors will pick up the first run of the ball game here as the defense gets a little bit sloppy here in the bottom of the second inning for the Red Sox.
I think Corey Fields was talking to Spencer Jamieson after that play saying, hey, could have come to me over at first base. It would have been tight.
I think they had time.
It would have been tight to get Patel, but I agree with you. I think they had a shot. Keith Candell will dig into the batter's box for the Majors. He's got 2 guys on and 2 away. Candell, 1 hit on the year, a home run last weekend in Barrie. Not exactly what Keith Candell is known for, though last year he set a career high in home runs. Has 1 here in the early going.
And he seems to love hitting in Barrie as well. I believe last year he had 1, maybe even 2 home runs in Barrie.
Yeah. No, he loves hitting at that ballpark. Vintage Throne Stadium, beautiful park out in Barrie. First pitch on the outside corner to Candell was a strike. Here's the 0-1 home, breaking ball. Candell skies that one. Into the outfield grass is Jarrett Lupton. He will make the grab, and the side is retired. But the Majors get 1 on the infield hit from Dan Patel. They're up 1-0 after 2 here on Majors TV.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope.
Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
You're watching.
Here's the pitch. Joseph drills it to right center field. That ball's going back to the warning track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Starling Joseph, a 2-run home run.
London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back for the 3rd inning of play between the Majors and the Brantford Red Sox here on Majors TV. London got on the board first in the bottom of the 2nd inning thanks to balls that really didn't leave the infield, Noah. Some botched plays by the Red Sox, and then a ground ball really placed well for Dan Patel allowed that first run to score.
Yeah, Dylan, the Majors pick up a run there in the bottom of the 2nd. Goes down as a run on 2 hits, but 3 mistakes there in the infield that cost the Red Sox in that inning. And they trail 1-0 as we head to the top of the 3rd.
For Brantford, it will be Roger Keane leading things off, followed by former Major Kieran Bowles, and then back to the top of the order for Gus Wilson as Jared Lund gets set, looks in for the sign from Eduardo Deolio. Pitch from Lund, cut on and missed by Keane, strike 1.
Lund now gets the benefit of working with the lead, albeit just a 1-run lead here, but anytime you're out in front as a pitcher, that gives you a little bit more confidence on the hill.
That pitch cut on and missed as well. Another good fastball there from Jared Lund, and it's 0-2. Lund ahead of him quickly, trying to put away the Red Sox right fielder. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Roger Keane down on 3 pitches via the strikeout, and there's 1 gone here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Great start to the inning there for Lund. Picks up his first strikeout of the ball game. And now we'll get to see Kieran Bowles come to the plate here for London, or for Brantford.
Used to saying that one from last year, Noah?
The muscle memory there.
Bowles caught the final out of the championship last year for the Majors. Not a guy who caught a lot, but when Robert Mullen needed some time off, it was Kieran Bowles who stepped in. Hits that one hard down the line. Going to be a tough play for Battelle at third. Long throw the stretch from McGee. The tag applied on Bowles. A great play on both ends. And there are 2 gone.
Man, that's a tough play to make and a fantastic job, as you mentioned, on both ends of it. The throw coming across the diamond a little bit high, a little bit offline, but overall not bad considering where it came from. And unable to get the foot back on the bag, the tag applied. And quickly, 2 gone here in the inning.
So 4 pitches, 2 outs for Jared Lund here in the third, and he'll face Gus Wilson, top of the order. Walked him to start the ball game. Pitch to Wilson, cut on and missed on that fastball, 0-1.
You can see the confidence here for Lund after a couple of quick outs here, working in the top of the third.
Always a guy who works quickly, back into the windup. That one in there as well, 0-2.
Wilson stepping in there, and Lund is already ready on the hill. Tough, and he's behind 0-2.
The 0-2 home, outside. Waste pitch there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes with 2 out. Here's the 1-2 home from Jared Lund. Popped up in the air, foul territory. Long run for McGee, and he wouldn't have been able to get to that one. It was about 10 rows up in the right field bleachers.
It looks like a youngster is going home with a souvenir ball. Also one of the benefits of taking in a ball game here at Labatt Park.
Sitting down those lines, not much competition for those foul balls. 1-2 home from Lund. That one laced into the crowd. Oh my, dangerous there. Looked like everyone's all right. That one was smoked, but it sounded like it got all bleacher.
Yeah, that one. That fan's going home with a souvenir ball as well.
Oh, he passed it to a young girl.
A tale of 2 stories on the foul balls, though, as that one was ripped.
Hit on the ground to second base. Tough play for Brett Graham. Sets his feet. Throw to first in time. A great play by Major second baseman Brett Graham. And a couple of web gems in the top of the third inning have the Majors going to the bottom half, still leading 1-0.
Yeah, great work there again in the top of the third inning by the Majors. Jared Lund on the mound, and this inning, some help from the defense all around the infield.
No dives this frame for the Majors at all, but a lot of range on full display from third baseman Dan Battelle and second baseman Brett Graham, making it just as impressive, Noah.
Exactly, and the Majors here showing that they can play solid defense. It's one of the aspects of a baseball game, any level, but especially here once you get up to the Intercounty Baseball League and beyond. Defense is the type of things that, minimizing those errors, both the ones that you see on the scoreboard and the mental ones that you don't, is what helps you win ball games and in the long run win championships.
Only one other game going on in the Intercounty Baseball League today as the first place Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Hamilton Cardinals at Bernie Arbor Memorial Stadium. Hamilton up 1-0 in that contest in the bottom of the third inning as we head to the bottom of the third here at Labatt Park. 1-0 Majors. Noah, Hamilton this season off to a great start, and not only that, the crowds in Hamilton have been pretty good so far this year. They're very involved in the community. They were at a Challenger baseball event the other day. Not sure if you saw on their social media. The Cardinals have been having a great year both on and off the field this season.
Yeah, a lot of buzz going around Hamilton in the off season. Of course, the rebrand, new look, Hamilton Cardinals.
I love it.
Not just with the roster, but with the uniforms, the hats, the logos, the whole bit. A refreshing look. I mean, you see a lot of Cardinals teams in baseball. It's a historic name around the major leagues to minor sports. The Cardinals' name is, and they switched things up a little bit, went with their own unique look.
One of the parts I love about that logo is the Cardinal holding a hammer like a bat, because Hamilton, of course, known as the Hammer in Ontario. Just a great touch, great logo, great new look. And they have been off to a good start to the year at 4-3 as Drew Lawrence steps in, top of the order for the Majors. That one on the outside corner. Tight breaking pitch there from Corey Fields.
And Drew taking a little bit of an extra second here after that one. Didn't like the call. It was on the outside edge of the plate, and he thought it missed.
Fields balancing that one in the dirt, and it's 1-1.
Saw the Majors in their home opener had a couple of ejections due to some disagreements at the plate.
1-1. Lawrence rifles that one. Nearly a great diving stop by Gus Wilson, the shortstop. Just hit off his glove, and Drew Lawrence will reach with what is scored, a base hit.
Yeah, diving play at shortstop there, and it just pops in and out of the glove into the outfield grass for a base hit. The Majors' third hit of the ball game leads off this bottom of the third inning.
No, I nearly felt really bad for Drew Lawrence there because he hit a ball hard in his first at-bat and grounded out, and then hit one even harder this time around, and almost a fantastic play by Gus Wilson, the shortstop. But luckily for the Majors, Lawrence able to reach, and that'll bring up Byron Reichstein. Here's the pitch. That one a fastball up and away for ball one.
Reichstein will look to have a good at-bat here, with the Majors trying to get something going here.
Reichstein hits that one in the hole for a base hit. Lawrence charging hard around second. He's on his way to third. Here comes the throw, and it is not in time. So Byron Reichstein places that one perfectly, and that allows Drew Lawrence to put himself 90 feet away.
Dylan, as soon as that ball was hit, Drew Lawrence did a little stutter step to get around it, make sure he wasn't going to get hit, and then he never broke stride. Rounded second base, picked up the third base coach Brent Wales, and he was going. There was no stopping Drew Lawrence on his way to third base. Runners at the corners, nobody out here for the pinstripes in the bottom of the third.
And that'll bring up the dangerous bat of Eduardo DeOlio. DeOlio 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the pitch. That one outside. Snap throw to first. It's in the dirt, and it's blocked by Spencer Jamieson. Dangerous decision there to snap one over to first base to the runner at third, especially a guy with the speed that Drew Lawrence has. Didn't quite pick up on it quickly enough to make it home, but Bowles nearly threw it away. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, outside corner in there for a strike, and it's 1-1.
The outside edge of the plate has been fairly generous both ways so far tonight. They're starting to recognize that, it seems, as we move here into the bottom of the third.
1-1 count. Reichstein, not a big lead, not running, as DeOlio sends that one down the right field line, and it is a foul ball. And no, I think he got it in the gap between the fence and the bleachers, which is sad for all the fans down there because there were 3 of them lined up waiting for a foul ball.
Oh, those kids, Dylan, they'll find a way to fish that one out.
DeOlio behind the count, 1-2 here. Nobody out. Runners on the corners for the Majors. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. DeOlio drives that one left field. Moving over to grab it is Kuzemka. Drew Lawrence will tag and score on a hard-hit sacrifice fly off the bat of Eduardo DeOlio.
DeOlio hit that one well. Just not enough loft to get it to go anywhere. A line out will go down as a sacrifice fly for DeOlio, and it's 2-0 Majors here in the third.
Majors up by a pair. Still a runner over at first base. That's Byron Reichstein with 1 out, and Starling Joseph will get his second chance at the plate in the ball game. Joseph popped out to first base in his first trip. Fields a couple of early looks to Byron Reichstein over at first. Offering on its way, that's up and outside with a fastball, and it's 1-0. Kids lining up down the third base ramp to run the bases after this half inning. Here's the pitch from Fields. Joseph gets that one in on the hands. Tough play. Nice stop over at short. Throw to second is in time to get Reichstein. Starling Joseph got jammed and flared that one into very shallow left field. Gus Wilson was able to get over there and fire it over to second in time to get Byron Reichstein.
Yeah, great effort there at short. Sticks with it, and he's able to get the throw. No way they're going to get anything more than an out there. And they do, but it's a big second out there, as now Cleveland Brownlee comes to the plate.
So Cleveland Brownlee steps in to face Corey Fields. 2 outs, runner over at first base for the Majors. Brownlee 1 for 1, got the Majors into the hit column earlier, calls time yet again, and I think Kieran Bowles was actually the one who called time there. Official scorer Dave Woody saying he swallowed a bug.
Quite possible. Can't rule anything out here.
I didn't see what happened. No, I was looking down at my score sheet here, and he is down, though. Not too
Doesn't
sure.
look like. I don't think he's hurt, Dylan.
I don't think so either. Corey Fields rushed in. The righty for the Red Sox. Bowles looks like he's working on something. I think it's his glasses there.
That's exactly what it is.
Did a lens pop out maybe? I don't know what happened there, but he's...
Well, there's a good look at it.
From our 519 Jersey Auction mobile camera. Looks like whatever it was has been sorted out, and Cleveland Brownlee's set to go with Starling Joseph over at first base and 2 away. Fields ready on the mound, comes set. Working quickly, Brownlee swings through that one for strike one.
It's a good pitch to start the at-bat off against Brownlee. Inside part of the plate, didn't get his hands around in time. For the count, that moves to a 0-1, pardon me.
Fields ready on the mound. On the move is Joseph from first base. Swing and a miss by Brownlee. Here's the throw. It gets away into center field. Joseph gets up. He's on the move to third. Coming in the shortstop, Gus Wilson. But Starling Joseph steals second base and then picks up an extra 90 feet as the ball got away.
Great speed there from Joseph. That throw was going to have to be on the money if they wanted a shot to get the speedy Starling. It was a little bit offline. Ball bounced off the glove and into shallow center, where Joseph was able to move himself up to third base. The good news here for the Red Sox and Fields on the mound is that the count moves to 0-2 here on Brownlee. And with 2 outs in the inning, all you got to do is get the guy at the plate.
2 strikes here on Cleveland. Shaking one off is Fields out there on the mound. That one in the dirt on a breaking ball, and it's 1-2. So it'll be an error charge to the second baseman there on that throw from the catcher Bowles. Here's the 1-2. Brownlee hits that one down the line, just sneaks foul, and the count remains 1-2.
The way they're playing Brownlee here, there's not a whole lot of room down that third base line, fairly tight. Maybe 5 feet or less, and he almost snuck it in there.
Nearly had it just around the third baseline, enough to get it into left field, but no dice for Cleveland Brownlee. 1-2 home from Fields. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Brownlee down on strikes. And the Majors go down here in the bottom of the third inning, but they do get another run on the board. 2-0 London after 3 on Majors TV.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope.
Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
You're watching.
Here's the pitch. Joseph drills it to right center field. That ball's going back to the warning track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Starling Joseph, a 2-run home run.
London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Here we go. Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch the ball.
Yeah, I have to say, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty. Listen, I'm the brains here. And Mitty. And I'm the good-looking funny one. This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Back here on Majors TV as we move along to the top half of the fourth inning. The kids here at Labatt Park have finished running the bases, and a couple up there with their gloves ready to catch those foul balls. See a few of them down the first baseline here this most recent inning. Able to pick up some souvenirs. Those fans not as lucky so far down the third baseline with the foul ball souvenirs, but hopefully their luck will change as we move along here in the ball game. Top half of the fourth inning. And Jared Lund back out there for the Majors.
Lund has worked through 3 scoreless so far. Looking to keep that rolling here. It's Matthew Fabian. Lund into the wind-up. Here's the first pitch. Upstairs, ball 1.
Lund once again here comes out with a lead. This time they've tacked on another run for him. A 2-0 Majors lead here as we work in the top of the fourth.
Comes back with another fastball. That one fouled back, and it's 1-1. Fabian wearing the number 24. Playing third base today for Brantford. Here's the 1-1 home. In on his hands. That one fouled off. And it's 1-2.
Dylan, we pointed out the weather earlier on today, and I think since we talked about the wind, there has been none.
Yeah, I think it was us mentioning it that made it go away. The 1-2 flared into shallow center. Nobody going to be able to get there. Drew Lawrence over to cut it off and keep Fabian to a single. But a little bloop has the Red Sox first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, the Red Sox are into the hit column with that base knock up the middle. Wasn't pretty, just flopped it in there over top of the shortstop and in front of the center fielder. And once again, the Red Sox have a man on to begin an inning, this time here in the fourth.
Found an open spot, and that's all you got to do. Sometimes in this game, as Jeremy Veilleux steps into the batter's box, 0 for 1 on the day. Fabian stands at first. Lund takes a peek. Here's the pitch to Veilleux. Belted down the left field line. That's going to get down, and it's going to roll. Joseph cuts it off. Around second, heading to third is Fabian. It's a strong throw into Battelle, but not in time. It's a double for Jeremy Veilleux, and all of a sudden the Red Sox have the tying run in scoring position here with nobody out in the fourth.
Yeah, look out. Here come the Sox here with back-to-back hits in quick succession to begin the top of the fourth inning. And in a good spot as well for them here. Runners at second and third, nobody out, top of the fourth.
Cleanup hitter Christian Kuzemka at the plate for Brantford. Chance to do some damage. Lund set out there on the mound. Here's the first pitch to Kuzemka, breaking ball. Not close, and it's ball 1.
Kuzemka 0 for 1 in the ball game so far this evening.
Batting .300 on the year, 3 for 10, 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. On deck, Jesse Fishbaum. Doesn't get much easier for Lund in a good spot of the Red Sox lineup to put some runs on the board. Lund set out there on the mound. Here's the 2-0 home. In the air. Foul territory. DeOlio watches it sail. And Noah and I were waiting for that to come down over the press box here in the Game Day London broadcast booth. Never hit above us. Must have gone into the backyards.
If it did, that's a long foul ball.
It is a long
foul
ball.
Got a lot of arc on it to get over top of the screen and then to get over the roof, but no bang. We didn't hear the bang on the roof, so.
2-1 home, breaking ball. That one is up and away. So Lund well behind in the count. It's 3-0. 3-1, pardon me.
First base open here, but you don't want to load him here. Give him a free pass. Nobody out so far in the inning.
3-1 home from Lund. That one in the air, very shallow into right. It's going to drop. Chased down by Graham and Reichstein. That'll plate one. Here comes the second. Both runners come in to score on a little bloop single into right field that ties up the ball game.
The Red Sox now have 3 hits in the inning. Only one of them has really been hit hard, but they're all well located. And the 2-0 London Majors lead has evaporated. This ball game tied at 2 here in the top of the fourth. Still nobody out, and with that, at least a couple members of the Majors will make their way down to the bullpen. You can see it there on the top of your screen. Nobody getting loose yet.
Looks like Skylar Janice taking the walk out towards the pen. Braden Farrington is out there as well. Not overly hard contact from the Red Sox in this inning. Yet they have tied this ball game up. Squaring around a bunt is Jesse Fishbaum in there for a strike from Jared Lund, 0-1.
Yeah, the VU doubled down the line, Dylan, the only hard contact of the inning. But when you look in the box score, it doesn't tell you if the ball was hit hard or not. It tells you that the Sox have tied the game at 2.
0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good off speed there from Lund, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner over at first base, Kuzemka. Just drove home the tying run. Here's the pitch, that's inside, and it's 1-2.
Lund here was up 0-2 in this count here. Now 1-2. Tries to put away. Still no outs here in the inning.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the offering from Lund. That one did not break back into the zone. It's 2-2.
Single, double, single here in the top of the fourth for the Red Sox has tied the game at 2. The Majors picked up runs in each of the second and third innings. If you're just joining us, you're now up to date.
Lund about to throw his 60th pitch through 3 innings plus 4 batters. That one up high as well, 3-2.
Well, you don't want to lose him here. You're up 0-2. You're in a real good spot. And now you've got to go get this out. Still no real movement down in the Majors bullpen. Jared Lund's got to settle down and get back to work here. He's got at least a few more batters to work through.
Trying to put away Fishbaum after having him down 0-2. That one on the ground to shortstop. Candell gets a big hop, goes to second for 1. Graham's throw to first is high. It sails over the head of McGee and off the netting here in the dugout at Labatt Park, and that'll keep Fishbaum over to first base. It's going to be a tough play either way for the Majors just based on how it was hit. But the throw from Brett Graham sailed on Kane McGee and allows Fishbaum to reach.
Yeah, the Majors able to pick up an out there, the force out at second, but even if that throw is on line, Dylan, I don't know if they get the runner coming down the first base line for the double play. Either way, Jared Lund's got his first out here of the top of the fourth.
So 1 away, and Spencer Jamison digs into the batter's box. Grounded out to shortstop hard his last time up. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike 1 from Lund. Lund sets. Takes a peek over at first. Still holding on. The 0-1 home breaking ball on the ground up the middle. Graham touches the bag himself. Throw to first to McGee. Double play. And Lund gets out of it, allowing only the 2 runs.
That's the double play ball he needed right up the middle. Graham, all he had to do was grab it and head over to the bag to record the out. And a double play gets Lund and the Majors out of the top of the fourth, but not before the Sox pick up a pair of runs here. And we're back to where we started. Tie ball game at 2.
You see there on your screen in our 519 Jersey Auction mobile cam, Majors manager, general manager and co-owner Roop Chandradat holding court on the field and talking to all of his guys as they head off now at the end of this inning. Majors chipped away in both the second and third. And then Brantford got both runs back in the top of the fourth. So London going to try to get back on the board and regain the lead that they previously had. They'll have Kane McGee, Brett Graham, and Dan Battelle to do it against Corey Fields, who is through 3 innings, on 43 pitches. A very efficient outing for the Red Sox righty.
Yeah, we weren't sure what we were going to get for the ball game here, and I've really liked what I've seen so far on the hill. He hasn't been afraid to go at these London Majors hitters. He's been aggressive, throwing lots of strikes, and it's got himself into a pretty good spot. 2 runs through just 3 innings of work so far. That's pretty good. It's working at a pretty good pace. So we'll see if he can have himself a clean inning here. The bats went out there and got the job done for the Red Sox, tied the game at 2. And we'll get ready to go again here in the bottom of the 4th.
You know what I love, Noah, about Fields' outing so far? If you've listened to the first 2 broadcasts of the season, you'd know that I like to emphasize the importance of throwing strikes. And Corey Fields, through 3 innings, has thrown 33 out of 43 pitches for strikes. That is 76.74% of his pitches, if you want to get exact with it. He is pounding the zone right now.
Yeah, if the maths, that is pretty good. Majors will look to get on the bats here in the bottom half of inning number 4. It'll start with Kane McGee.
Kane McGee is 0 for 1 in the ball game today for London. Lined out to center field. He barreled that baseball up, but Fishbaum was able to track it down. Here is the pitch from Fields. That one up and away with the fastball. Ball 1. 1-0, that one outside, 2-0.
Looks like staying away from McGee here early on in this at-bat. Fields back out to start this inning for the Sox, but there is action down in the Brantford bullpen.
Yeah, that curveball missed high from Fields. Not really too sure what to expect from him in terms of pitch count today. A junior pitcher, as that one is in there for a strike to McGee. He's up at 47 pitches now. Looks like they want to keep him relatively low. You'd think probably right around 60 pitches maybe based on the trajectory with the action in the bullpen at the moment. Here's the 3-1 to McGee. Big swing as it looked like Fields took something off of that one. McGee comes up empty, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, if there was like a kind of hard pitch cap in mind and it was 50, they wouldn't have put him back out here to start this inning. So you got to think it's more than that, and maybe it's not a hard pitch count.
That one fouled off by McGee after going from 3-0 to 3-2. He fights off what was a pretty good fastball there from Fields. Up in the zone.
The Red Sox do have a very good relationship with the Junior Red Sox in Brantford in terms of the Intercounty Baseball League, one of the best relationships between a junior and a senior team. And using another junior here today who will get the leadoff walk to Kane McGee.
Fastball missed up and away. Just going back to the junior teams, no another team. It's always got a great program as Kitchener. Kitchener, a very good junior team. They have a very good relationship with that group. And the Majors have their junior affiliate, the St. Thomas Tomcats. A lot of players come up. Jared Lund, one of those guys who plays for the Tomcats and comes to pitch with the Majors. You think of guys like Charles Bowman, Brad Verhoeven on the team this year. And some more established guys. Byron Reichstein, I believe, was a St. Thomas Tomcat at one point. No. Squaring around to bunt is Brett Graham. Did not pull back on what looked to be a slider. 0-1.
Yeah, Byron won't be a fan of you saying at some time because that makes it seem like it was a long time ago.
It was not all that long ago.
It's probably been, I would think, 8 to 10 years since Byron played with the Tomcats. He was a part of a very good group that moved on up. They played some minor ball together and then up through the AAA system to the Tomcats. Went away to university, to college, and a few of them able to come back and were majors over the years as well.
1-1 to Brett Graham. Popped up on the infield again. Fields calling for it. Gets called off by Jamison, who nearly overran it but took a couple steps back and made the grab. 1 gone.
That one went sky high, kind of in between the pitcher's mound and home plate. Kieran Bowles actually ended up taking off his mask. He thought he might have had a shot. Fields on the mound thought he had a shot and actually called for it before eventually getting called off. And if you're a pitcher, if anybody else thinks they have a better shot at it, you're letting them take it. And it's a big first out there for the Sox here in the 4th.
So after the pop out, it'll be Dan Battelle to face Fields. He's got McGee standing over at first base. Breaking ball drops in there for a strike. McGee over at first, not really a threat to run for the Majors. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch to Battelle. Fights that one off down the left field line. It'll roll to Kuzemka in left. McGee gets held up by third base coach Brent Wales. So it's a base hit for Dan Battelle on a little flare into left. And the Majors have 2 on with 1 away.
Yeah, going the other way, Battelle, good piece of hitting. plops it down the left field line, and we'll get our first mound visit for either side here in the ball game in the bottom of the 4th inning.
There's a righty throwing in that Brantford bullpen. Trying to get you who that is here as a mound visit trying to calm Corey Fields down. At 55 pitches through 3 1/3 innings. 8 in the first, 19 in the second, 16 in the third, and 12 so far here in the 4th. He's got 2 on with 1 away. Keith Candell digging into the batter's box for London. A candidate to bunt, but with 2 outs, Noah. I'd be surprised if we saw it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see anything.
Pardon me, 1 out, I should say.
With 1 out here. I still don't know if you're going to see anything with Keith Candell, but he's got that in his back pocket if he needs it.
Fields ready on the mound, peeks back, pitch on its way. That one misses high. Candell did not square. It's ball 1. Because if you sacrifice yourself, Noah, that's 2 outs, and that's a tough spot to score a run in. If there was nobody out, maybe Candell bunts, but doesn't look like it here in this spot. 1-0 home, breaking ball nearly clipped Candell, and it's 2-0.
Candell able to get out of the way of that one, but you're right. He was in the lane there for a quick second on that breaking ball. 2-0 here. The bottom of the majors order.
Good hitters count for Candell. Pitch on its way in the dirt. So 3 balls and no strikes to Keith Candell. And the ball 4 chance. Get rolling here at Labatt Park.
First time, I believe, for anybody that we've seen a 3-0 count so far in the ball game. Majors fans trying to get in the head here of the Sox battery.
3-0 home. Candell taking all the way and takes a strike. It's 3-1. Haven't seen those chants since the home opener as you get a look at Braden Farrington and Skylar Janice throwing in the Majors bullpen. Candell hits that one hard. Going to be a tough play. It's off the glove of the shortstop, Wilson. Around third, coming home is McGee. Getting waved to third is Battelle. He will stop there. Throw into second, gets away. Battelle around third. He'll come in to score. Candell trots into third base, and the Majors plate 2 and regain the 2-run lead. It's 4-2 London.
Majors doing a great job there of running the bases on a ball that hopped off the glove of the shortstop and into shallow left field. And aggressively running the bases pays off there for London as the handshake line at the dugout. It's a 4-2 Majors lead, and it looks like the Red Sox will be the first to enter the bullpen this evening.
So a mound visit here for Brantford, and that will be all for Corey Fields in the ball game. The new arm will have to face the top of the Majors order. We'll get you who that is in a moment. You're watching London and Brantford on Majors TV.
Here we go. Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch the ball.
Yeah, I have to say, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of Majors TV.
watching London Majors Baseball.
London Majors Baseball. London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back. Kyle Nash on the mound for the Brantford Red Sox to face the top of the majors order. Drew Lawrence steps into the batter's box. Keith Candell over at third base. Here's the first pitch. That one in there for a strike to Lawrence. Noah Kyle Nash just one outing on the year. 1 inning of work this season.
Yeah, pitched in the May 27th game against Toronto. It was a loss for the Red Sox, but he did just pitch an inning. 3 hits, 1 earned run for him.
Fly ball to right field off the bat of Drew Lawrence. Tagging is the speedy Candell. Catch is made out and right by Keene. Here's the throw. It is cut off, relayed to the plate, not in time. So it's a sacrifice fly for Drew Lawrence, and it's 5-2 Majors.
Majors will take them any way they come. That's a sacrifice fly early in the appearance for Kyle Nash. And a 5-2 Majors lead. They get the runs back from the top half and then some here. And I'm back out in front. Biggest lead so far of the evening, 5-2.
Nash in that ball game against Toronto struck out 2 in his inning of work. Has 2 away now in the bottom of the 4th against the Majors. Pitch from Nash in there for a strike. Reichstein 1 for 2 on the day. Ground out and a single. 0-1. Reichstein belted right field. Back on it, Keene towards the wall, looking up, and that ball is gone. A home run for Byron Reichstein. And the Majors keep adding on. It's 6-2. Reichstein belted that one out to right field as you see the celebration begin in the Majors dugout on our 519 Jersey Auction mobile cam. They try to get the Venom mask on Byron there. He resists, and it's 6-2 London in the bottom of the 4th.
What a shot there from Reichstein in his happy spot out to right center field, and the Majors add on to this lead here, putting up 4 runs so far in the 4th inning. And a 6-2 lead here over the Sox.
Eduardo DeOlio into the batter's box. Here's the pitch to DeOlio. That one misses high. 1-0. DeOlio 0 for 1 in the ball game. Has a sacrifice fly and a ground out. That one in the dirt. And it's 2-0. Into the windup goes Nash. Here's the pitch. DeOlio fouls that one back. Even his foul balls have some power to them, Noah.
Yeah, you don't get out of a dangerous spot here in the Majors order, unfortunately, after you get past Byron Reichstein. It's really just the start of the heart of the Majors power hitting order. DeOlio, of course, you know his home run prowess. Joseph on deck, and after him, Cleveland Brownlee. And DeOlio not happy with that call.
Looked to be a little off the plate, but the home plate umpire giving Nash the benefit of the doubt. Over the ex-AAA catcher in the Astros system, DeOlio. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch from Kyle Nash. DeOlio fights that one off on the outside part of the plate once again, and it remains 2-2.
Well, and you look at it for DeOlio, he knows the zone well. He's been behind the plate now for 4 innings so far tonight. In the same token, I think that's a pitch that has been called so far tonight.
2-2 home. DeOlio sends that one into foul territory. Jamison giving it a look, but it's into the crowd, and the count stays once again at 2-2.
Two and two here. The Sox will wait for everyone to get situated again on the infield.
Into the windup goes Nash. Pitch on its way. That one up high to DeOlio, and it's a full count now with 2 gone.
Full count here in the big inning so far for the Majors.
Taking a breath out there, Nash into the windup. DeOlio chases the high fastball into foul territory, giving it a look to third baseman. It's well into the crowd. Bounces off the bleachers and into the hands of a fan.
Seen a couple of those good kind of one-hop catches so far in the bleachers tonight.
I'm just glad that one didn't hit a fan, Noah. It came down from way up. Nobody could get a hand on it. Bounced clean off the bleachers. Here's the full count pitch to DeOlio. Belted to left field. Back on it, Kuzemka. To the wall. It's gone. Eduardo DeOlio, the reigning player of the week, stays hot. Yet another home run for the Majors catcher. And they lead 7-2. DeOlio gets all of one. And the Majors party rages on here at Labatt Park.
Yeah, you talk about the dangerous parts of the order. And there is Eduardo DeOlio, who continues his tear of the IBL here in the first few weeks of the regular season.
Great look at DeOlio entering the dugout there on our 519 Jersey Auction mobile cam. DeOlio hammered that one to left field.
Sure did. Just got it over the fence. Probably about 5 or 10 feet, but it's a deep part of the ballpark there.
Starling Joseph hits that one high, but it is well foul. So back-to-back home runs for the Majors have them up 7-2. No balls, one strike, the count to Joseph. Into the windup goes Nash. Here's the pitch on its way. Up and away with the fastball. It's 1-1.
You can see Nash trying to kind of work around these heavy bats in the Majors order.
That one just off the plate outside, and it's 2-1. Paused for a moment there. That outside pitch has been called pretty frequently throughout the ball game. Nash didn't get it there, a little too far outside. 2-1, Joseph hits that one pretty hard out to center field. Deep is Fishbaum. He's tracking that one to the wall. And he came down with that baseball. A great catch by Jesse Fishbaum, the Red Sox center fielder, to end the inning. But the Majors put up a 5 spot thanks in part to back-to-back home runs off the bats of Byron Reichstein and Eduardo DeOlio. They lead 7-2 as we head to the 5th.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope. Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
You're watching.
Here's the pitch. Joseph drills it to right center field. That ball's going back to the warning track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Starling Joseph, a 2-run home run.
London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
We are back for the 5th inning of play between the Majors and the Red Sox here on Majors TV. Noah, tight ball game. Majors went up by 2. Red Sox tied it up, and then the Majors broke it open a little bit in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, they did, thanks in part to their bats that got working there. Finally, it seemed like, for the Majors here in only the bottom of the 4th inning. 5 big runs there, 2 big shots capped off the inning for London. As we head to the 5th inning here at Labatt Park, and you see the line score on your screen there. 8 hits for the Majors so far in the ball game. 4 errors for the Red Sox, but the majority of those runs for London will come earned.
London native Jared Lund back out there to the mound for the Majors as he works really quickly in his warm-ups and when he's out there on the mound. So the water balloon toss still ongoing at Labatt Park, and he's got to wait for that to finish up as you get a look at our winners there.
See, they couldn't do the water balloon toss either if I was throwing, Dylan, because I think I take like 3 or 4 warm-up pitches. Keep in mind, I play men's league. I'm not out here in the IBL. But I take my 3 or 4 warm-up pitches. I'm now in and out of there in 40 seconds tops, and we're good to go.
No, at the odd time that I pitch, and I don't pitch frequently, but with the arm that I've got, I am getting through those warm-ups as quickly as possible to avoid the pain that comes with throwing a baseball.
Listen, if I've got 120 throws, say, in my arm for the evening, I'm not going to waste half of them in warm-ups.
Exactly. First pitch from Jared Lund to Jarrett Lupton is outside for ball 1.
Majors had some action down in the bullpen the last couple of innings, really, with Jared Lund on the hill, but you open up that lead now to a 5-run lead at 7-2, and it also opens up how much you're going to kind of let the leash out here for Jared Lund.
2 balls, no strikes to Jarrett Lupton. On the ground, that one got in on the hands of Lupton. Great play by Kane McGee off the hop. He'll go to the bag himself, and there's one gone here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, good quick start there in the top of the 5th. Ground ball, hard hit to first base, but McGee there, and here's one gone.
Jared Lund at 66 pitches through 4 1/3 innings. He will face Roger Keane coming up next for Brantford. Keane in right field, 0 for 1 in the ball game today. Into the windup goes Lund. Here's the pitch. Keane pops that one up. Foul territory. McGee giving chase towards the Red Sox dugout, but that one will make it into the crowd. A foul ball.
McGee gave that one a run, but to be honest with you, I don't think that one was ever close to staying in play. A lot of foul territory here, and for someone who's still fairly new to the confines of Labatt Park, you're going to give those ones a look. Make sure you kind of get used to where the boundaries are.
0-1 line straight back at the screen. It's a foul ball. It's 0-2. Jared Lund up to 68 pitches. Last weekend in his start on Sunday, he threw 79 for the Majors. So we'll see where Majors manager Roop Chanadat and pitching coach Brent Wales see him finishing up today. That one hit hard down the line, but just foul.
Just foul indeed. That one, maybe another couple inches to the right, would have been extra bases there with one out here in the inning.
No balls, 2 strikes remains the count to Roger Keane. Into the wind-up Lund, breaking ball. That one skips in the dirt before it got to the plate. It's 1-2.
Majors, after the 5-run bottom of the 4th inning, have put a little bit of a buzz in the crowd here. And a good crowd here on this Friday night.
1-2, swing and a miss from Roger Keane. A good fastball from Jared Lund, and there are 2 gone here in the top of the 5th.
Came with a fastball outside part of the plate there and did a fantastic job for out number 2.
So Kieran Bowles digs into the batter's box now for the Brantford Red Sox. 2 gone in the top of the 5th inning, trying to keep the line moving for Brantford in this frame. The pitch from Lund hit hard on the ground to shortstop. Candell scoops that one up cleanly. Good throw over to first, and Kane McGee finishes that out to retire the side here in the top of the 5th. So a good play by Keith Candell to record the final out of the frame. And the Red Sox go scoreless in the top of the 5th. They continue to trail by a score of 7-2 here at Labatt Park.
Yeah, 7-2 lead here for the Majors. Doing a good job so far as we work our way through the middle portion of the ball game.
Majors will have Cleveland Brownlee, followed by Kane McGee and Brett Graham, due up here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Still a good spot to put some runs on the scoreboard. Tonight here at Labatt Park, it is Mad London and area game where they have a couple of tables going down on the concourse trying to educate people about their cause. And with more on that, we'll set it down to Jaci Solomon.
What brings you out to Labatt Park tonight? So we actually are sponsoring the London Majors. We've sponsored them for a number of years already. And last year, Angela approached us and asked if we wanted to do a Drive Sober campaign. So this campaign helps get attendees to our table. They see our information table, our awareness materials, and then they get 2 free tickets that they can enter into whichever of these gift baskets they'd like to win.
Can you tell us a little bit about what is in the gift baskets that fans can win tonight?
Yes, absolutely. So here, I guess our prime item in here is the Flying Squirrels. We have 4 90-minute passes in here, gift cards. Right over here, we have London Majors tickets with the Chopped Steakhouse gift card. We have a signed jersey, signed hat, There's a golf trip over there, and then downtown digs is just a bunch of different downtown gift certificates, and then a date night. So there's something for every demographic, really.
That is awesome. I know that you do have a few more events going on this summer. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, so next Saturday, June 10th, we have our 19th annual Strides for Change. So this is a 5-kilometer walk that we do in honor of all victims and survivors of impaired driving. This event consists of just a 5-kilometer leisurely walk. You can run it, bike it, whatever you like. And then we end with a free barbecue. There's door prizes, kids corner, and registration is still open. So if anybody wants to attend this, it's all free, and you can register on our website.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Back up to you, Noah and Dylan, in the Game Day London press box.
Thank you, JC. A great event for a great cause here at Labatt Park on this Friday night. Some really cool prizes, too, Noah, that you could be in the running for if you buy a raffle ticket.
I was going to say, I need the golf trip, Dylan. We got to make our way down there.
See, I thought you were more of a trampoline park guy.
I don't know if you've ever seen me on a trampoline, but that's not, no. The answer is no, all right? Trampolines and Noah Smith are a no-go.
There's a Chop Steakhouse gift card in there as well. Lots of great prizes to be won. And lots of great education to be had down there at the MAD booth here at Labatt Park. Looks like we've got a new arm on the mound for the Brantford Red Sox. We'll try to get you who that is momentarily here as Cleveland Brownlee steps in. Here's the first pitch to Cleveland. That is up for ball one. It is Gabe Bruder out of the bullpen for Brantford. 2 innings this season, has allowed 1 run. That is in there for a strike.
Not the first time that we've seen Gabe Bruder for the Red Sox over the last couple of years, Dylan.
A guy who has pitched in the IBL for this being his 3rd season, and he's thrown a lot against the majors, especially, it feels like. Tight curveball right there, and it's 1-2 on Cleveland Brownlee.
Yeah, we do. We seem to see him a lot here in London, especially when we're calling games, but against the majors in general. Has been a guy that has been able to eat up some innings before.
Here's the pitch to Brownlee. Curveball once again. Rolls over on it to shortstop. Play made by Gus Wilson. He'll throw over to Spencer Jamison at first base, to complete the out, and there's 1 gone here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Quick work there for Bruder on the mound, getting that rollover ground ball out to Cleveland Brownlee. If you can keep Cleve kind of off balance, Dylan, you'll have success against them there. And Bruder did that with the, as you called it, the tight curve, and then keeping the ball off the plate a little bit there. Great work for his first out here in the inning.
Bruder's curveball has good 12-6 action on it, Noah, but it's not overly loopy. It goes 12-6 in a hurry. Here's the first pitch to Kane McGee. Looked like a fastball. McGee thought about it, didn't go. Bruder, the 25-year-old from Burford, Ontario, stands 6'3", 190 pounds. Comes set out there on the mound. Offering on its way. Outside corner, strike 1 to McGee.
1-1 here on McGee. Is still some action down in the Red Sox bullpen here as Bruder works in his first inning out of the bullpen.
1-1 home. McGee hits that one foul, and it's 1-2 now to the big major's first baseman. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. McGee at the plate, 0 for 1 on the day. Walked in his second plate appearance after a line out earlier on. Here's the 1-2. McGee off the end of the bat to shortstop. Another chance for Wilson. Quick throw over to Jamison. He makes the grab, and there are 2 gone now here in the 5th.
Yeah, fairly quick work continuing here as Bruder's got himself a couple of quick outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning against some of the bigger bats in the majors order as well.
So 2 quick outs against Brownlee and McGee, and that'll bring up Brett Graham, the major's second baseman in the ball game today. Graham 0 for 2, reached on an error and popped out in 2 trips. Here's the pitch from Bruder, a breaking ball. That's up and away. Graham not normally over at second base for the Majors. Recently it's been Tommy Reyes-Cruz, but on Sunday Reyes-Cruz tweaked something in his leg going out for a pop fly, so he remains out of the lineup. 1-0 breaking ball in there for a called strike, 1-1. Got a feel for Reyes-Cruz, was really heating up with a bat last weekend. And then looked like he might have twisted something on the way out to try to catch a pop fly. Got taken out of the game, not playing today. Chasing the breaking ball was Graham there, and the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, Dylan, you hope that is an injury that doesn't last too long for the Majors. Already down an Austin Wilkie earlier this season due to injury, so not a deep Majors team, not as deep as we have seen in the past. So any of those injuries to the starting guys can slowly start affecting you here. They've done a good job so far. Obviously, the bounce back weekend last weekend, and off to a good start here tonight.
Yeah, that bounce back thanks in large part to the Majors' depth on the ground, back up the middle off the bat of Graham. Going to be a tough play for the shortstop. Here's the throw to first from Wilson, in time to get him. So Gus Wilson makes all three plays over at short, and that'll do it for the bottom of the fifth inning. Majors leads 7-2 after 5.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope. Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
You're watching.
Here's the pitch. Joseph drills it to right center field. That ball's going back to the warning track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Starling Joseph, a 2-run home run.
London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back for the top of the sixth inning here at Labatt Park between the Majors and the Brantford Red Sox. You get a look at the crowd here at Labatt Park. Still selling 50-50 tickets, it looks like. The draw typically comes, middle of the eighth inning, Noah? Is that when they draw the winning number in the 50-50 ticket
I believe
draw?
so. Maybe it's the seventh inning.
Sometime later in the ball game.
You know what, Dylan? I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with the viewers out there. There's a lot going on when we're up here in the press box on game days. People are like, what are they doing in between innings? I don't know, to be honest with you. Commercial break is the 45 seconds that I get to relax.
Well, this one he didn't get to relax. Ran down to the other end of the press box and grabbed us some water. Busy guy tonight, Noah Smith.
Busy guy tonight. Our producer, Jackson Farrow, is off tonight. So the reason why you're hearing Dylan Baker's voice in the play-by-play role is that I'm actually in the producer's chair as well.
Noah pulling double duty along with director Cal Johnstone here at Labatt Park on this Friday night. Great to be back at the ballpark for a Friday night ball game. It is a beautiful, warm evening for baseball as Gus Wilson, who recorded all 3 outs in the bottom of the fifth, steps in to be the first batter in the top of the sixth. First pitch from Jared Lund is cut on and missed. Strike one.
Lund back out there for his 6th inning of work. It's what he threw in his game last week. I see the Majors have some action again in the bullpen. They'll see if they try to get him through another 6 tonight.
On the ground to Brett Graham, who fields that baseball cleanly and gets it over to first base for the first out of the top of the 6th inning. One quick out for Jared Lund, up at 74 pitches. As mentioned in the 5th, he threw 79 last weekend. Looks like the Majors willing to let him get through this frame at the very least. He will face Matthew Fabian. Pitch from Lund on its way, in there for a strike with the fastball.
Well, fans who are tuned in to us here on Majors TV, there's one other game in the Intercounty Baseball League this evening. The Toronto Maple Leafs have been off to a hot start there in Hamilton.
That one flared into center field off the bat of Fabian, and it drops in front of Drew Lawrence for a one-out single for the Red Sox. What's that score in that Toronto-Hamilton game, Noah?
Well, Dylan, the reason I brought up the out-of-town scoreboard is I was a bit taken aback. The Hamilton Cardinals have a 12-0 lead on the Toronto Maple Leafs in the bottom of the 5th inning at Carstar Field. They have been rolling runs across the plate so far tonight. And
against the
putting
great
on a
Maple
show.
Leafs ball club,
They
too.
have been. The Maple Leafs, we talk about the start to the season they've been off to. And obviously, baseball, you can have your off days, but the Cardinals showing that they are a team to count in the mix this season.
That fastball is in the dirt there from Jared Lund to Jeremy Veilleux. Veilleux, by far the hardest hit ball of the ball game off of Jared Lund, smoked a double in his last trip to the plate. Taking his lead over at first base, Fabian coming set. Lund takes a peek, holds the baseball a long while, too long for Jeremy Veilleux's comfort, and he'll call time. Lund looks in for the sign, comes set here. The offering on its way to Veilleux, that one outside, and it's 2-0. Skylar Janice throwing in the Majors bullpen. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Pitch on its way, inside, and that one misses as well. So 3-0 from Jared Lund to the Red Sox designated hitter.
3-0, the base hit. Stands at first base. Kind of sitting at the end of the bench there. The Majors coaching staff wondering what their next move will be as that one misses inside.
So 4 straight balls from Jared Lund to Jeremy Veilleux. And both Majors coaches on the move. Roop Channerdat will check out his bullpen as Brent Wales heads out to the mound. You get a good look at Skylar Janice throwing out there on our 519 Jersey Auction mobile camera.
Yeah, that pitch was about halfway to the plate when I think I saw both Roop and Brent start to get off the bench. And Roop, as you mentioned, looked down towards the bullpen, see how Janice is doing warming up. And there's a good shot at it there. And Brent Wales on the mound here for the Majors talking to Jared Lund. What are they going to do here with a couple of runners on, 1 out? Of course, just a ground ball away from working through this inning here in the top of the 6th.
He's got to do it against Christian Kuzemka, who has the only RBIs of the ball game for the Brantford Red Sox. It was a 2-run single for Kuzemka that he blooped into right field in a similar spot to this one, albeit with both runners being in scoring position the last time he came up. Now 2 runners on. Same guys, just first and second. This go-around as Lund comes set out there on the mound to face Kuzemka. Here's the breaking ball. Kuzemka skies that one well into foul territory. Battelle gives it a look, but that is into the parking lot. And it's 0-1.
Well, Dylan, this also becomes a situation where you're going to want to keep this kind of game in control if you're the London Majors. A big 5-run. Bottom of the 4th inning, and now you kind of look at a spot here where a ball in the gap doesn't necessarily make this game a tight one again, but the Sox are right back into it if they can find a ball into the gap here and score a couple. That would put a runner in scoring position down just 3 with just 1 out here in the inning.
You'd love to give Skylar Janice a clean inning out of the bullpen for the Majors if you can, but if he's needed in this spot, Roop Channerdat, the Majors manager, won't hesitate to bring him in. No balls, 1 strike, the count. To Kuzemka, bouncing over at second is Fabian. Breaking ball. Kuzemka swings right through that one. And it's 0-2.
Now up 0-2 here. Lund's got his options to work with. Can be aggressive if he wants to here. I don't want to see him try to work around the zone too much here. Go right at him.
No balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, 2 on for Christian Kuzemka. Jared Lund holding onto that baseball a long while. Breaking ball. Kuzemka rips that one into left field. Coming up, throwing is Starling Joseph. Rounding third, being held up is Matthew Fabian. The throw to the plate was a good one from the Majors left fielder. But now the bases are loaded with 1 away.
I like that decision there from the Red Sox. Holding the runners. Starling Joseph's got a good arm in left field. But more importantly, you don't want to kind of stop the momentum that you've got here. Bases loaded now, and it looks like we are going to get a pitching change as Roop Channerdat makes that slow walk out to the mound.
So a less than ideal situation here for Skylar Janice to come into the ball game to face. He's got the number 5 hitter in the Red Sox order, Jesse Fishbaum, with the bases loaded and 1 out. We'll talk some more about that and Janice's numbers on the season as Jared Lund exits. We head to break on Majors TV.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty. Listen, I'm the brains here. And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of Majors TV.
You're watching London Majors Baseball. London Majors Baseball.
London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
First pitch from Skylar Janice, hit hard back up the middle. Candell to Graham to McGee, double play. One pitch from the new arm into the ball game for the Majors, Skylar Janice, and he turns a 2-ball to get out of a bases loaded, 1-out jam.
Yeah, that's the job you need to do out of the bullpen. One pitch, 2 outs. Janice rolls the double play ball, and the Majors get out of the biggest jam they've been in so far tonight. In the top half of the 6th inning. Great job there by the London Majors bullpen.
Well, if you're in a jam, Noah, you need some insurance, and that takes us perfectly into today's insurance tip of the game from our insurance guy, Eric Gagne.
Today's insurance tip, we thought we would shed some light on basement claims when it comes to water from outside coming into your basement. Many companies are limiting how much coverage you get, and people do not realize, homeowners do not realize how much coverage they need for their finished basement. So make sure you let your home insurance agent know that your basement is finished. We see many claims, at least 50, 60, 70,000 in damage with water that comes in. Everything has to be taken out. There will be contents damaged. A lot of companies are limiting that coverage. Make sure you report that your basement is finished, your home insurance agent. Make sure you get the best coverage you can for that. It may mean moving to another insurance company to make sure that you have everything covered off. So home insurance tip today, making sure that you have proper coverage for flooding in your basement. I'm Eric Gagne with our insurance guy. Now back to you guys in the booth.
Welcome back to Labatt Park. Some moon content on this Friday night. Now that we got night games back, Noah, we can bring this segment back. Look at this. Beautiful shot of the moon.
Yeah, we don't have like the Hubble telescope of cameras out here, so that's all you get. But a gorgeous night here at the ballpark. Temperature's still hovering around that 30-degree mark. At least that's what they say it feels like out there. I can vouch for that up here in the broadcast.
I was going to say, I believe
it. Warm and sticky night here at Labatt Park, but no complaints from any of the fans in attendance.
Great day for a ball game, and the Majors have scored 7 through 6 innings. Pardon me, 5 innings. They will get the bottom of the 6th here to face Hayden Stamm out of the bullpen. We saw Hayden Stamm last weekend to face the Majors, as you get a look at Starling Joseph dancing along to the song in the dugout. That is courtesy of
When is he never not having fun, you know? Like, he is always doing something to enjoy the ballgame. Enjoy life, Starling Joseph.
You know, one of our Majors TV camera operators, Matthew Young, asked me, has Starling danced yet this season? And there you go, Matthew. Starling getting into it on the bench there. as Dan Battelle steps into the batter's box for the London Majors to lead things off against Hayden Stam. Battelle fouls that one off for strike one.
As Starling danced, I think that's all he does out there. Of course, when he's not playing really good baseball in left field and at the plate for the London Majors.
Battelle 2 for 2 in the ball game today as Stam steps off the rubber.
I mean, Kieran Bowles will go over a few things at the plate.
Bowles not the starting catcher, obviously, for the Brantford Red Sox. That job belongs to Jeremy Veilleux. But Bowles gets the start here tonight, just trying to go over some things with Stam, make sure they're on the same page. Battelle has singled hard to first base and blooped a single into left field. So both ends of the spectrum. Here's the pitch. Battelle fouls that one off, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, Battelle's last plate appearance had a very nice hit the other way. Now being tasked with trying to start and lead off the inning here for the Majors.
No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Stam into the windup against Dan Battelle. That one a breaking ball that Battelle doesn't chase, and it's 1-2. Stam looks in, gets the sign he wants. Here's the pitch. Battelle hits that one hard back up the middle, and he's 3 for 3. When you're seeing the ball well, you're seeing it really well if you're Dan Battelle, and it's a base hit to lead off the inning for the Majors.
And great job there. Just goes right back up the middle with it where it came from, and the Majors have their leadoff man on here for Keith Candell. Bottom, then top of the order here. Majors put themselves in a good spot here. They lead 7-2, but you can bet they'd love to maybe tack on a few more here as we go along.
So Keith Candell into the batter's box with Dan Battelle standing over at first base. The pitch to Keith is upstairs for ball 1.
Some oohs and some ahs from the crowd here at Labatt Park.
Keith Candell, a fan favorite, has been for many years. He gets greeted with a Keith, 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 Keith chant every time he comes up to the plate. Here's the 1-0. Squaring around a bunt is Candell. Gets that one down the third baseline. Here's the throw to first. In time to get him. Candell bunted that one hard to the third baseman, Matthew Fabin. Nearly beat it out, but first base umpire Justin Snively says that Candell did not get there in time.
Bang, bang play at first base, and Candell will slowly make his way back to the London Majors dugout. Without the benefit of a enhanced view, Dylan, I don't know if that throw beat him. It looked like he might have got the step in there. But, hey, I'm also like 150 feet away up in the press box, so what I say, it really holds no value.
Not quite the same angle that Justin Snively has down there. So it's a sacrifice bunt for Keith Candell that allows Dan Battelle to move up to second base, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Drew Lawrence. Here's the pitch. That's up and away for ball 1.
And you know what, Dylan? It does a job, so you can't be really upset with the at-bat. Upset with the outcome, maybe. You thought that maybe Keith Candell beat that one, or could have beat that one. But he moves the runner up into scoring position and did exactly what he needed to do.
1-0. Lawrence flares that one into a great spot. It gets down. It'll roll into right field. Battelle charging hard for third. He gets held up there. Drew Lawrence got a pitch in on the hands and got it down for a base hit.
If there's nobody on base, Dylan, he's out.
Yeah.
Right? Like that is a benefit of just where the players are situated, where the right side of the infield is playing there. And with the runner on second, they had to hold him on. And he just sliced it the other way.
So Byron Reichstein, who homered in his last trip to the plate, steps up to the dish this time around with Dan Battelle over at third base and Drew Lawrence standing at first. Lawrence a threat to run, not moving. Reichstein swings through the first fastball from the big lefty Stam. It's 0-1.
Reichstein can still hit well against the lefties. You see a lot of times lefty power hitters will struggle when they get a left-hand pitcher on the mound. Reichstein, not always the case for him.
Breaking ball, that one well upstairs, did not drop from Stam, and it's A ball and a strike to the Majors right fielder. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lawrence taking his lead off of first base. Not an overly big one. Here's the pitch. And that one misses. So it's 2 balls and a strike to Byron. Stam comes set out there on the rubber, peeks over at Lawrence at first base. The offering on its way, well outside, 3-1. Despite the fact that the lefty-lefty matchup should favor Stam. You talked about how Byron Reichstein, not really a guy who struggles against lefties. He's able to hit both sides of the mound pretty well. Stam looking like he's pitching around him at the moment. 3-1 count. Peeks back over at first base. Ball 4, chance going. Reichstein laces that one down the first base line. It's a fair ball. Coming in to score is Battelle. Lawrence charging hard. He'll be waved around third. Byron Reichstein trots into second with a 2-run double, and the Majors lead 9-2.
Well, we talked about how he likes to hit the lefties, and he got a pitch over the plate there, and he ripped it down the right field line. The double for Reichstein scores 2, and the rout's on here, 9-2 London.
So a mound visit here for the Brantford Red Sox. There is action in their bullpen. A righty is throwing. They're going to talk to Hayden Stam, just trying to calm him down right now. Looking to get out of this inning. Runner over at second base, pinch runner. Byron Reichstein exits the game. Trying to see who it is into the ball game for the Majors at second base. We'll get it on our center field camera here shortly. 14, that's Will Pollard.
Will can play the outfield, so you'd imagine he might take over, barring any defensive changes in the outfield.
So Will Pollard in to run for Byron Reichstein, and Eduardo Deolio into the batter's box. Homered in his last trip to go back-to-back with Reichstein. This one he hits hard, and it gets out of the glove of the shortstop, Wilson. Heading to third base is Pollard. It's bobbled in left field. Here's the throw to the plate. It's a good one. It's cut off. Pollard scores. Deolio into second base, and the Majors lead 10-2.
Yeah, there is the 10th run of the ball game for the Majors on a ball that was ripped past the shortstop and into left field by Deolio. And he didn't wait long in that at bat either.
Eduardo Deolio, not a guy who hesitates to chase the first pitch and scorch that one. Curious to see the scoring on that baseball, because it was whiffed on by the shortstop over there, Wilson, but it was hit very hard. It's a single for Deolio. Pollard scores on the play, and Deolio moves up to second on the throw. Here's the pitch to Starling Joseph. It's a fastball up and away for ball 1. Runner in scoring position, Deolio. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Still a righty getting loose in the Brantford pen as that one misses high. It's 2-0.
Yeah, possibly some help coming to join him as well. Sox bullpen likely depleted. 3rd game of the week for them. A Tuesday night contest. The contest last night in Welland. And on the road here tonight again in London.
That one high as well to Joseph. So 3 balls, no strikes. Great hitters count for him. Stam out there on the mound worked in the win against Guelph through a scoreless inning. Through 2 scoreless innings against the Majors on Sunday last weekend, but has struggled here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-0 to Starling Joseph. Joseph cranks it, but it's a mile foul.
Was waiting for that one on 3-0, and he gave it a rip, but well foul, as you mentioned.
Starling Joseph might have sent that one into the river in foul territory with how far he hit that baseball. Was a little early on it. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. Deolio stands at second. Pitch from Stam. Joseph chases one, might have been a little off the plate, but it's 3-2 now with 1 away.
Red Sox used 6 pitchers in the loss last night in Welland, Dylan. None of them we have seen so far, and I don't think we are likely to see here tonight.
Hayden Stamm on the mound right now, trying to work his way out of the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch is upstairs. That one off the glove of the catcher, Kieran Bowles, which will allow DeOlio to move up to third base on what will likely be ruled a passed ball on the catcher. So they're on the corners now with one away, and that'll bring up Cleveland Brownlee.
Well, Cleveland Brownlee will come to the plate here, but not before the Red Sox will make a pitching change here in the bottom of the 6th.
We'll take a quick break here on Majors TV. 10-2 London, bottom of the 6th inning.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of Majors TV.
You're watching London Majors Baseball. London Majors Baseball.
London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 6th inning here between the London Majors and the Brantford Red Sox. A former Major, Sean Hood-Tidman, on the mound for the Red Sox.
Yeah, we knew the Sox were going to go to the bullpen. We knew the pitching change would be coming. Weren't sure who it was going to be out of the bullpen, and it is Sean Hood-Tidman. Spent 2019 with the London Majors, and then since then has been with the Red Sox last year and back again this year. Just 2 games so far and 2 innings pitched for the Red Sox so far this summer. Has not fared very well. Struck out 3 but has walked 5, giving up 4 hits in those 2 innings. And he'll get set to face Cleveland Brownlee. First man that he'll see out of the bullpen.
No easy task for any reliever coming into the ball game. Hood-Tidman has pitched in 2 games, as you mentioned, Noah, both against the Majors this year, last weekend. Friday and Sunday. An inning of work in both those outings. Allowed 3 on Sunday, allowed 5 on Friday as Brownlee chases that one in the dirt for strike 1.
Red Sox and Majors seeing a lot of each other here in the early going of this season. Getting some of those short road trips out of the way for both of these clubs.
Eduardo DeOlio stands over at third base. Starling Joseph is at first as that one sails to the backstop, and both guys will move up 90 feet, bringing DeOlio home. So the count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike, and the Majors lead 11-2.
Just got away from there on the hill, threw it back to the backstop. And the route continues here for London. 4 runs here in this inning.
1 ball, 1 strike the count with 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch from Hood-Tidman to Brownlee popped up. Foul territory. After it is Fabin, the third baseman, backing up towards Brent Wales. And a catch is made by the third baseman. Tough play there. The ball kept tracking back on him. He overran it at first and then had to avoid the Majors' third base coach, but there are 2 gone.
A little wave off by both of the gentlemen over there. Brent Wales thought he was well clear.
Yeah.
Good 10 feet past him, and then the ball sailed a little bit, got back to him there, and he had to kind of almost reach around Brent at the end of it there. 2 gone nonetheless here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
That'll bring up Kane McGee, who hits that one hard towards the hole. Good play by Jamison covering Hood-Tidman. The flip to first, and that is in time to retire the side. We're through 6 complete. Hood-Tidman gets out of it, allowing the 1 run on the wild pitch. We'll be right back here on Majors TV.
here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch the ball.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
We apologize for the technical difficulties there. We're back. Sounds here. As Skylar Janice comes to the plate. Ground ball over to third base. It's played there by Dan Battelle. Throw to first. Nice scoop by Kane McGee, and it's in time to get Jarrett Lupton.
So the Majors pick up the second out there, and just like that, they look to try and work through the top half of the 7th inning.
So 2 gone here in the top of the 7th, and Roger Keane steps into the batter's box. He went 0 for 2 against Jared Lund with 2 swinging strikeouts. Keane, a pretty solid player for the Brantford Red Sox. He does strike out a fair amount, and it's happened twice in this ball game. Pitch from Jaci is inside for ball 1.
Want to know here, Jaci has worked well so far. There is some stretching down in the Majors bullpen here in the top of the 7th.
That one's on the outside corner, strike 1.
And pounds the strike in there, and I don't think there's any worry that he can't get through the 7th here. The Majors, of course, can also look at the scoreboard and maybe try to get some innings in for some guys who haven't thrown in a little while.
Yeah, it looks like Cam O'Reilly just starting to throw out there. He worked last Friday against Brantford at Arnold Anderson Stadium. That one misses low and outside for ball 2.
Once again, apologize to those of you who were looking for the audio. We can tell you that was on the Majors TV end. Don't go looking around your phone for something that went wrong.
Swing and a miss on that last pitch, Noah. It's a busy night here in the Game Day London broadcast booth for you.
I'm going to let everyone in on a secret up here in the broadcast booth. There's a mute button, and it was hit.
It was hit. And it's always hit during commercial breaks, but forgot to click it again to unmute. Here's the 2-2 home. Keane hits that one hard. Diving stop by Patel. A great play over at third base by Dan Patel. And that'll do it for the top of the 7th as we head to the stretch at Labatt Park.
Stretch time here in the Majors, an 11-2 lead here over the Brantford Red Sox. Looking to try and carry this one in through the final couple of frames here as we get up and we stretch out our legs here at the ballpark, as do the many fans in attendance.
Normally, Noah, we see a lot of fans camped under the grandstand here at Labatt Park, but there's a lot of them behind the Majors dugout down the third base line tonight. You get a look at some of them there on our 519 Jersey Auction mobile camera. Those fans are well fed by the concession stand here at Labatt Park. We are well fed up here in the Game Day London press box by Cucina Italian Kitchen, a proud sponsor of Majors TV. Delicious Italian cuisine. We have the great fortune of receiving food from them every time we're at the ballpark, and that is a privilege.
Yeah, it's something new that we picked up this year. We needed, we got the bigger crew. We got a bigger crew this year. Shout them all out. 3 gentlemen on the cameras this evening. Cal up here switching the cameras. Of course, I'm doing the production, the color. Yourself on the play-by-play, and that's just the TV side of things. We've got some social media folks around. We've also got numerous photographers working around the block here. That's just on the media side of things. Lots of folks up here in the press box getting things done every single day, and some yummy Italian food to feed us here on game days as we stretch it out here in the middle of the 7th at Labatt Park.
Fans moving around. Cleveland Brownlee signing some autographs. Great look at it right there. Now there's a documentary going on at Labatt Park this season that's being filmed as we speak, and you can see they're getting some content of Cleveland Brownlee signing some baseballs down there. Cleveland always makes time for the fans, and that's what makes him a fan favorite for this Majors ball club.
Around the IBL, still a 12-0 lead for the Hamilton Cardinals. That game is in the top of the 8th inning against the Toronto Maple Leafs. The only other game in the IBL tonight. There's a busy week, a lot of midweek games going on. Earlier on today, the London Majors will head to Welland to take on the Jackfish tomorrow evening. 6:05, the first pitch. One of 2 games tomorrow. The Barrie Baycats are in Guelph to take on the Royals. 1 o'clock at Hastings Stadium.
Here at Labatt Park, Brett Graham is into the batter's box to face Sean Hood-Tidman to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning, and he'll foul that one back. 0-1. Hood-Tidman comes set out there on the mound. Graham ready in the batter's box. 0-1 home, well outside. 1-1.
Looks to me like he's just overthrowing that a little bit. trying to get a little bit more giddy up on the fastball and couldn't find the zone.
1 ball, 1 strike to Brett Graham here in the batter's box as Hood Tidman gets set out there on the mound. Pitch on its way, breaking ball, hit over to third base. Scooped up by Fabian there. Throw to first to Evan Ryan. Still in the ball game, makes that grab, and there's 1 gone in the bottom of the 7th.
And a good quick start there for Hood Tidman on the hill. He gets that first out here at the bottom of the 7th inning.
So Dan Patel was 3 for 3, but that'll be a pinch hitter for the Majors as Tommy Reyes Cruz comes into the ball game for London. Reyes Cruz was not in the starting lineup as he was still dealing with a minor injury that he obtained last week. Patel went 3 for 3. Rup Janadat said, all right, you can have the rest of the night off. Great outing so far, and now Reyes Cruz takes over. Reyes Cruz, great performance at the plate over the 3 games last weekend, and then the Montreal native had to be removed on Sunday as that one misses high. Breeze picking up a little bit here at Labatt Park. Still 25 degrees, according to the Weather Network. Feels like 29. I could go for a snow cone right about now, Noah. It is a warm one. Reyes Cruz belts that one well foul.
Yeah, it's been a hot week here in southwestern Ontario. Really all of Ontario kind of going through this heat snap as of late. And don't worry, there's a break in the weather, Dylan. It's going to cool down to 20 degrees overnight tonight.
Well, now I don't even know if I want that because I like the warm weather. Reyes Cruz in the batter's box. 1-1 count. Pitch from Hood Tidman on its way. That one is inside, and it's 2-1.
Middle of next week, Dylan, looks like it cools back down again. A high of 19, 20 degrees. Still
balls.
Early June here, so.
That one inside to Reyes Cruz in the dirt. 3-1. Yes, no, it is early June. Just June 2nd. We will see some cooler temperatures before we're back in the warm weather for good. And you know what? I say that in jest that I don't want the weather to cool down, but 25 is a great temperature, 24, 25. 3-1 pitch to Reyes Cruz, belted to right field and deep. If it's fair, it's gone. That ball is fair, and it is gone. Tommy Reyes Cruz hits that one way out to right field, and the Majors extend the lead. It is 12-2.
Great job there by Reyes Cruz to stay on that pitch, drilling it out to right field. And the Majors have put up a dozen here tonight.
Well, no, I think that nagging leg injury is all right for Reyes Cruz, at least for the moment, as he belted that one to right field.
You don't got to worry about that leg injury when you can just jog around the bases, do you?
The move to go to the pinch hitter works to perfection for Majors manager Rup Janadat as Reyes Cruz goes deep. First pitch to Keith Candell is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Reyes Cruz hit a couple of balls hard in that at-bat, including the home run, hit a long one foul, and then really got a hold of that baseball that he eventually sent out of the ballpark as that slider drops in there for a strike from Hood Tidman. 0-2.
Third home run of the evening for the Majors.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Candell steps out, time called. Hood Tidman off the mound. And they'll all reset before this 0-2 comes home. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch on its way. Candell sends that one to center field. Back on it, the center fielder, Fishbaum. He makes the grab, and there are 2 gone. Candell gave that one a ride, but Fishbaum able to track it down.
Candell got in a hole 0-2. Did a good job to get a good piece of that one with 2 strikes. A little bit of a run out there in the outfield for the Red Sox, but they record the out for out number 2.
Another pinch hitter here for the Majors as Judd Walker comes into the ball game in place of Drew Lawrence.
Walker's had his chance to get in some ball games early on this season. And now a chance here in this one tonight to pinch hit in the bottom of inning number 7.
Reyes Cruz coming in, hitting a pinch hit home run's a tough act to follow for Walker, who is 2 for 7 on the year, a couple of singles this season for the right-handed bat. Pitch from Hood Tidman is up and in on Walker, ball 1.
He'd be the first one to tell you that the best way to follow that one up is to get on base anyway.
Exactly.
I don't need to hit it out.
1 ball, no strikes. Pitch from Hood Tidman is outside. It's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th at Labatt Park. On this beautiful Friday night, we appreciate you joining us. My name is Dylan Baker alongside Noah Smith. That one on the outside corner with a breaking ball, and it's 2-1.
It's been an absolutely gorgeous night for baseball here tonight. I swear we're not really complaining when we talk about the heat.
2-1, Walker pops that one up, foul territory. Bowles watches it sail. And another one that we were ready for to clank off the roof, but I think it went over again.
It's a couple of times tonight here. Just narrowly missing us here as the count moves to 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Walker. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So comes in a pinch hit and gets set down on strikes to end the bottom of the 7th inning. Majors lead by 10. It's 12-2 after 7 on Majors TV.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope.
Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
You're watching.
Here's the pitch. Joseph drills it to right center field. That ball's going back to the warning track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Starling Joseph, a 2-run home run.
London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Park. New arm on the mound for the Majors, new catcher behind the plate, and we'll get all that for you shortly. But first, we'd like to remind you to follow the Majors on social media, at London Majors on TikTok, at London Majors on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and right here, London Majors on YouTube. Great job by Andrew Wark, our social media man, creating all sorts of great TikTok content, keeping fans updated throughout the ballgame on Twitter and Instagram. So shout out to Warky.
That's the thing nowadays, the TikTok. Be lying if I said I wasn't on it.
Yeah,
I say it like I don't know what it is. I say it like I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you've
that
been on TikTok.
What is that TikTok, anyways?
Here at the ballpark, Cam O'Reilly takes over on the mound for the London Majors. We mentioned he was warming up in the bullpen a little bit earlier, and there's a new catcher into the ball game as well for London. That is Brad Verhoeven as you get a look at the Majors bullpen. Drew Lawrence, Pedro de los Santos, Braden Farrington standing out there right now.
Those fellows look like they're enjoying some baseball tonight. Their Majors are up 12-2 here as we work our way into the top of the 8th inning. And with that, the Majors and Red Sox as well, getting some guys into the lineup here. Not uncommon when games get to this point. 12-2 here as we start the top half of the 8th inning.
So Cam O'Reilly on the mound and Brad Verhoeven behind the plate as a pinch hitter into the ball game for the Brantford Red Sox to take over for Kieran Bowles. O'Reilly looks in for the sign. Here's the offering. Fastball in there for a strike. Into the ball game as a pinch hitter is Iyad Ansari. He is behind in the count 0-1. Pitch from O'Reilly. That one misses high. And it is 1-1 to Ansari.
Still a good buzz here in the ballpark tonight. There, of course, just some fans enjoying the night out, the first Friday night of the season.
On the ground to Keith Candell. Has to make a quick throw. Ansari's got speed, but it is in time to Kane McGee to record the first out of the top of the 8th inning.
And a great job by O'Reilly on the mound there. Just rolling the ground ball to short. Trusts his infield, and he gets his first out here in the top of the 8th inning. As mentioned, the Majors make the trip to Welland tomorrow. Bus likely leaving Labatt Park shortly after the lunchtime hour for a 6:05 first pitch.
No, normally the Welland Jackfish, when they've got those 6:05 starts, they do the fireworks after the game. Do you know if that's going on
I think
tomorrow?
that is tomorrow. I believe I did see that online. Might be minor baseball day as well, if my memory is getting jogged correctly here.
Another pinch hitter into the ball game for the Brantford Red Sox.
It is Fireworks Super Show tomorrow at Welland Stadium.
Oh, boy. Well, everyone can get excited for a super show.
Half-price tickets to those who wear their minor baseball jersey as well.
Wow. That one is in there for a strike. Trying to get you who this pinch hitter is for the Brantford Red Sox. Oh, no, is there a pinch hitter? Yes, we're trying to find who it is on the lineup card.
We mentioned how both teams have kind of gone to the benches here, gone to the bullpens, gone to the benches here in inning number 8.
Hit on the ground, down the line. Here's a long throw to first, and it's in time. A great play over at third base by Charles Bowman, who's into the ball game for the Majors, and there are 2 gone.
And 2 quick outs for O'Reilly on the mound. Both of them on ground balls. We've seen that from him, Dylan. When he's on, and we know that when he's throwing as well as he wants to be, it's kind of the style of pitcher he is, a ground ball pitcher.
Great job by O'Reilly there. In case you're wondering, Bowman into the ball game for Tommy Reyes Cruz. We mentioned the injury that he's nursing. Hit a home run, then removed from the ball game defensively as Bowman takes over. Brad Verhoeven behind the plate. We've already talked about him. He just blocked that baseball that was thrown in the dirt. Matthew Fabin in the batter's box.
It's quite the day at the ballpark, eh, Dylan? You take a day off, rest day for the injury, come in, home run, and then you're back out.
Not too shabby for Reyes Cruz tonight. 1-0 on its way from O'Reilly. That is inside with a fastball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
You can go home, enjoy it, ice it up, knowing that he contributed today.
Not only did he
contribute,
contribute,
good day at the ballpark.
He got a run on the scoreboard with 1 swing of the bat. Here's the 2-0. That's well outside, and it's 3-0 now from O'Reilly. O'Reilly, 4 of his 9 pitches have been strikes. He's a bit of a hard time finding the zone, albeit just 9 pitches, and 3 of those balls have come to this hitter in Fabin. Deep breath from O'Reilly out there. That one is in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Cam O'Reilly, young left-hander. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Here's the offering from O'Reilly. On the ground to second base. Charging in on it is Brett Graham. Throw to first, and he fired that one. Too hot to handle for Kane McGee. And we'll see where the error lies. It will certainly be an error.
So I think that error might go on the throw.
It might.
At least that's my first hunch towards it there. But nonetheless, a play that the Majors and O'Reilly, who is going to be the guy who's going to have to throw more pitches out of this, he would have liked to have that. That would have been a nice 1-2-3 ground ball inning.
Well, Brett Graham was kind of rushed by Fabin charging hard down the line, and he threw a rocket to Kane McGee. The error being charged to McGee here, the assist to Brett Graham. on the throw as O'Reilly ready on the mound. The lefty deals. That one misses high to Jeremy Veilleux.
Not a very big lead over at first base as well here. Partially due to the scoreboard, partially due to the lefty on the hill.
That one drops in there for a strike from O'Reilly. So 1 ball, 1 strike to the Red Sox designated hitter, who is 1 for 2 today. Ripped a double earlier on, has a walk and a strikeout swinging as well this evening. Plenty of substitutions on both sides. Throw over to first from O'Reilly. McGee being worked hard out there this inning by the Majors. Blocks that pickoff throw to ensure it did not go into right field.
Yeah, no breaks for him over there.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Jeremy Veilleux in the batter's box. Here's the pitch from O'Reilly. Breaking ball that comes inside and hits the back foot of Jeremy Veilleux. So a hit by pitch, and there are all of a sudden 2 on for the Red Sox.
Action in the London Majors bullpen here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Looks like Braden Farrington is warming for London. I don't know. Obviously, they'd like to get through this inning. Let's get a good look at him there. Cleveland Brownlee keeping a watchful eye over there, talking up some of the youngsters. Looks like some Lucan Ilderton Athletics youngsters there.
That is a sight that Noah loves to see. A big Lucan Ilderton guy.
Love to see the local kids out and about. Local for me, at least.
So another pinch hitter into the ball game here for the Brantford Red Sox. Official scorer Dave Woody did mention the name here in the press box. Did not catch it. That is my bad.
You can only do so much up here.
Here's the first pitch from O'Reilly. It is in there for a called strike. We will get you that pinch hitter as soon as we can. That is Ethan Paulos.
He's falling behind 0-1 here.
No balls, 1 strike. O'Reilly takes a peek back at second base on Fabian. Now comes to the plate. Just missed with that offering, and it's 1-1. Paulos coming in the place of Spencer Jameson. Correction. Not in that spot. Lots of substitutions. Difficult to keep track. I apologize. He's in the spot of Christian Kuzemka. Here's the pitch from Paulos. That one misses, to Paulos. That one misses high. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike here in the top of the 8th inning. 2 runners on for the Red Sox. They've got something moving. Braden Farrington throwing in the Majors bullpen. I'm sure they'd like to save him for tomorrow in Welland. Here's the 2-1 on the ground. Back up the middle. Candell sliding over to his left. He'll go to the bag himself. And that'll do it for the top of the 8th inning. O'Reilly allows 2 2-out base runners, but is able to record the final out he needed to get out of the top of the 8th. Majors remain up by 10. It's 12-2.
We head to the bottom of the 8th inning here as the Majors look to finish this one out. Still in the schedule as you look ahead for the Majors, at least in terms of the Inter-County Baseball League, is a fairly light one the next couple of weeks. Just a couple of games this weekend, and then next weekend the same thing. They don't have a 3-3 for, I believe, until maybe the end of June.
That's a benefit to the team right now, at least. When that time comes, it'll be a busy period for sure. But at the moment, the Majors will certainly take some off time.
Friday, Saturday this weekend, as we mentioned, the road game tomorrow in Welland. Next weekend, it's Friday, Saturday again, home against Kitchener. Saturday on the road in Guelph. Father's Day weekend, the Majors will play 2 games, both at home. Friday night against the Maple Leafs. Sunday afternoon, pack the park on Father's Day against the Barrie Bay Cats.
Always love that pack the park game when the Bay Cats come to town. New arm into the ball game for the Brantford Red Sox. The crowd gets into it. No, I'd just like to point out that the 50-50 ticket number was announced in the 8th inning. and it was a mad prize that was announced earlier on in the ball game.
Oh, so we were wrong the entire time.
I was right. I said the 8th inning.
Oh, did you? Well, when we brought it to our attention earlier on, we were off a little bit. Looks like we are just about set and ready to go here for the bottom half of the 8th inning.
A lefty into the ball game for the Brantford Red Sox to face Will Pollard, Brad Verhoeven, and Starling Joseph. Here is the first pitch to Pollard on the outside corner for strike 1. We apologize for the delay in getting you the new arms and pinch hitters. There's simply no number 9 on the lineup card we've been given, as that is fouled off by Pollard. Oh, 0-2.
Pollard, you're trying to get something started for the Majors in what will likely be their last inning to bat here in the ball game.
Pollard rips that one into left field, and it will drop in front of the left fielder, Ethan Paulos, and there's a runner aboard here. So Pollard gets on, and that'll bring up Brad Verhoeven. Brad Verhoeven, a guy who has seen limited time at the plate, but in that time, he's 1 for 3. 4 plate appearances.
Well, 1 for 3 down. He's also driven in a couple of runs so far this season.
Verhoeven lines that one into right field, so he's now 2 for 4 on this young season. That one bobbled out in right field by Roger Keane, but the runners will stay where they are. So that is Spencer Carroll into the ball game for Brantford, in place of Sean Hood-Tidman on the mound. So he will face Starling Joseph now.
Majors have a couple of men aboard here to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Some local youngsters. Pollard, of course, coming up the local baseball system at Western University. Verhoeven at Fanshawe College.
The pitch to Joseph, belted into left center field. That ball's going to get down. Chasing after it, Fishbaum, the center fielder. He'll cut that off. Into score is Pollard. Into second base is Joseph. And into third is Brad Verhoeven. It's 13-2 Majors.
Majors keep on tacking them on here. 13th run of the ball game comes on their 16th hit and 3rd in the inning.
So that'll bring up Cleveland Brownlee. Still in the ball game. Cleveland often one of the guys who gets subbed out when the Majors are giving other players chances later on in games, but he is still in for this one. And he's got 2 runners in scoring position, a chance to drive them both home with a base hit to the outfield, assuming it's placed in the right spot. Here's the pitch from Carroll in there. No, just missed, pardon me. That is ball 1.
Usually this is a situation where, as you mentioned, Brownlee's removed himself from the ball game.
Here's the pitch. Brownlee pops that one up, foul territory. After it, Ansari towards the backstop. And it bounces up against the warning track. It's a foul ball.
Brownlee does have a hit today, so it's not like he's staying in looking for a hit in the ball game. He had the Majors' first hit.
He did. Line drive single right back up the middle. Majors didn't have a hit up until that point, and he got them into the hit column with a solid knock.
That was 15 hits ago.
It's an interesting way of looking at it.
Runners at second and third now for Brownlee, who looks to try and add on some RBIs.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Brownlee takes that one in the dirt. It is ball 2. Working cautiously to Brownlee is Carroll. Carroll, a lefty, allowed a single to Will Pollard, a single to Brad Verhoeven, and then a double to Starling Joseph. Here is the 2-1 breaking ball. Brownlee drives it to left field. Just out in front of it, though, it is a foul ball. Cleveland Brownlee was looking for his second home run of the season, but he drove that one well foul.
Yeah, there's some young fans that made their way down towards the left field line to track that one down. You might have to grab your swim trunks if you're going to look for that one, as Brownlee got a hold of it, just foul by probably about 10 feet.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Cleveland Brownlee at the plate, 2 runners in scoring position. Here is the 2-2. Brownlee in the air, foul territory. That one gets out of play, a foul ball.
Red Sox just trying to work their way through the back end of this game. Majors not making it easy.
2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch to Brownlee, good take. That one's outside on what appeared to be a changeup. So 3-2 count to the Majors' designated hitter. Cleveland's got some dirt on the pants. He slid into home plate earlier to score a run. Full count, nobody out. Ready on the mound, Carroll. Here's the pitch. Brownlee swings through that one up above the strike zone. Some frustration from the big designated hitter. And there's the first out of the bottom of the 8th.
Went up in the zone with that fastball, climbed the ladder, and got Brownlee to chase. He was aggressive throughout the at-bat, and after that long foul ball, you could sense that he was trying to find something that he could rip again. Swings right through it. First out at the bottom of the 8th inning.
So that'll bring up Kane McGee, the first baseman. He is 0 for 3, still looking for his first hit of the ball game. A walk, a line out, and 2 ground outs for McGee in the ball game today. Pitch cut on and fouled off by McGee. 0-1. Catcher Ansari heads out to the mound.
Just going to chat things over here, Dylan, it looks like.
Iyad Ansari and Spencer Carroll trying to get on the same page.
Trying to get a read here as well as what the Majors are going to do for inning number 9. Braden Farrington continues to throw, but he's thrown a fair bit. It might just be a bullpen for him.
Hasn't thrown in a little while. Here's the 0-1 breaking ball. McGee drives that one to right field. Chasing after it is Roger Keane. He makes the play on the run and runs that baseball in. As coming in to score with ease is Brad Verhoeven, making it 14-2 London.
Small little lapse of judgment that happens in a 13-2 game. There, caught the ball, thought that he had out number 3. Don't know if they were going to have a shot at getting the runner at home, but
that may have played into it. Maybe he didn't think he had a chance and just tried to run it in, but no, he didn't camp under it really and didn't make a throw in, so.
Looked like it was going to be a sac fly regardless here. Majors are in good spirits down in the dugout.
They lead 14-2 as here's the first pitch from Carroll. Misses for ball 1. Brett Graham.
Yeah, the Majors have been able to tack on a couple more here in the inning.
Brett Graham trying to add to that lead even further. Breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Graham, the second baseman at the plate. Here's the offering. Graham drives that one left center field gap. It's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. In to score with ease is Starling Joseph, and Brett Graham breaks through into the hit column. He's got himself a double.
An RBI double there. The Majors' 17th hit of the ball game brings in their 15th run as they just keep on bringing them in and bringing them across.
So that'll bring up Charles Bowman, the number 8 hitter. Came in over at third base for the Majors to take over for Tommy Reyes Cruz once he exited the ball game after his home run. Spencer Carroll gets set out there on the mound, peeks back at Brett Graham, and Bowman swings through that one, 0-1.
Bowman so far this season, Dylan, has just 1 at-bat. That came against the Red Sox at home here a week ago.
That one misses inside. No hit yet for Bowman this year. He's set in the batter's box. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball. That one high. And it is 2 balls and 1 strike. Bowman, the lefty batter, facing off against the lefty on the mound in Spencer Carroll. Here's the pitch. Bowman, line drive. Nice snag by Carroll on the bump. A ball hit hard, but Bowman still waiting to break through with his first hit of the year as that great grab retires the side. We are off to the 9th inning here at Labatt Park. Majors lead by a baker's dozen. It's 50-2.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope.
Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
You're watching.
Here's the pitch. Joseph drills it to right center field. That ball's going back to the warning track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Starling Joseph, a 2-run home run.
London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back for the 9th inning here at Labatt Park. Familiar face into the ball game for Majors fans. It is Braden Farrington on to close it out.
Yeah, the Majors go with Farrington to finish off the 9th inning here. Just to get an inning of work in, sometimes that's all you got to do. You just got to get in once a week, whatever that number is, whatever it becomes, and that's what Farrington's going to do here. Close out the 9th as Country Roads tries to take us home here on this Friday night, the first Friday night of the ballpark of the summer.
Farrington working in ball game number 4 this season. Worked a third of an inning in the season opener against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Then worked an inning in the home opener against the Leafs, and last Saturday threw 2 innings against the Barrie Bay Cats for the save in that contest. Not a save situation here with the Majors up by 13 in the top of the 9th inning, so Farrington will look to record the 3 outs that he needs. And pinch hitter here for the Brantford Red Sox will be Spencer Voisin. The fans continuing the singing of Country Roads as Voisin steps into the batter's box to face Farrington. Right arm hanging down. Voisin in the box, ready to go. Farrington comes set out there on the mound, working from the stretch, nobody on base. Pedro de los Santos throwing in the Majors bullpen, likely just to get some work in, as the first pitch from Farrington is a breaking ball that misses. 1 ball, no strikes. One 1-0. Here's the pitch. Cut on and missed from Farrington. It is 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Farrington comes set. Here's the pitch on its way. That's well outside. It is 2-1. Farrington looks in, comes set. 2 balls, 1 strike count. The offering to Voisin off the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike the count now.
Farrington here just needs to try and attack the zone. Can be tough for him. Been sitting down the entire ball game. Don't know if you're going to get in.
3-1 to Voisin. Fouled off. Looked like a changeup there from Farrington, and it's 3-2. Voisin has appeared in ball games this season against the Majors. Did not start this ball game, though. Voisin is 2 for 9 on the year, the Kitchener, Ontario native. 3-2 on its way from Farrington. That one On the ground, back to the mound. Farrington scoops that one up, throws it to Kane McGee at first base, and there's one gone in the top of the ninth.
Good quick first out there for Braden Farrington. Had to kind of quickly get back to a set position there as the ball made its way back towards him. Settled himself, made the throw to one in time for the first out here. And the Majors a couple outs away here from finishing this one off.
Evan Ryan will dig into the batter's box for the second time today. Struck out swinging, I should say, in his last trip. It was completed over at first base by Eduardo Diolio.
Did have a good rip, though, his last time around.
He did. Good memory.
Foul ball that he jolted down the left field line.
Breaking ball, that one just off the plate. 1-0. Fans slowly filing out.
Have been over the last probably inning and a half here, Dylan. Those with the earlier bedtimes, making sure that everyone is home and tucked in.
That one misses. It is 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch on its way in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes from Braden Farrington to Evan Ryan. It's been all breakers so far.
Trying to stay away from him. Looks like Farrington had a good look at that long foul ball in the Majors bullpen and decided he wanted to do his part to stay out of that mess.
3-0. That one's in there for a strike from Braden Farrington, so the count moves to 3 balls and 1 strike here. No, I know last year in Toronto they had some problems with the skunks as Ryan smokes that one foul. Do you smell skunk? Because I smell skunk here at Labatt Park.
I'm just hoping it's not up here anywhere.
That would be A, hard to do, and B, terrifying.
You would have think we would have seen or noticed that by now.
Yeah.
It's a big press box up here, but it's not that big. A lot of people up here would have seen a skunk. 3-2 here coming.
Full count, 1 away. Evan Ryan in the batter's box. Braden Farrington trying to record the second out of the top of the 9th inning. Ryan stays alive, fouls that one off. It is 3-2 once again.
Curveball again there from Farrington. Just couldn't get the swing and the miss stuff.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We'll try it again with a full count offering to Evan Ryan. Pitch in the air, on the infield. Over is Brett Graham, the second baseman, covering a lot of ground. Makes the grab, 2 gone here in the top of the 9th.
So 2 gone here, and the Red Sox will be down to their final out here in the ball game after the pop-up.
Well, down to their final out, they bring in a pinch hitter. It is Graham Tebbett for Brantford.
Only other game in the IBL tonight. Looks like it has just gone final. 12-5 the final score for the Cardinals. The Leafs picked up their only 5 runs in the top of the 9th inning.
That one will miss for a ball. No, I was looking at that ball game actually just before this inning, and I saw it was into the top of the 9th, and it was 12-0 still for Hamilton, so Toronto able to put up 5, but not enough.
Yeah, big 9th inning, but not big enough when 12 was the deficit going in.
1-0 breaking ball. That one drops in there for a strike from Farrington. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 away here in the top of the 9th inning.
Farrington looking to close it out here for the Majors.
Gets the sign he wants from Verhoeven. Here's the offering. Line drive back up the middle, and that one will get down in front of center fielder Starling Joseph. Joseph moved into center field when Judd Walker stayed in the ball game, I should say. Walker moved over to left field. And so Brantford's got a base runner and another pinch hitter, their 6th substitution of the ball game. It is Nolan Gallagher into the game for Brantford. Farrington sets out there. Here's the pitch, breaking ball. Gallagher swings right over top of that one. And it's 0-1.
Fans that are left here in the ballpark that have stuck around through this one
trying to cheer on Braden Farrington for the final out.
0-1, another curveball. That one cut on and missed by Gallagher, and the Red Sox are down to their final strike. They trail 15-2 here in the top of the ninth inning. Braden Farrington, 18 pitches to record 2 outs, trying to end this one right here. The 0-2 offering to Gallagher. That one off the plate outside.
Went back to the curveball, missed it off the plate there, and didn't get the chase.
Not quite the same break on that pitch to make it as deceptive as he needed to. Here's the 1-2 home from Farrington. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Gallagher down on strikes, and the ball game is over. The Majors got on the board first. Brantford came back and tied it, but then after that, it was all London as they take this one by 13 runs and a score of 15-2. Dominant tonight, Noah.
Yeah, good performance there by the London Majors. 15 runs across the plate there for the home team. And the first Friday night of the season is a success for the London Majors and their fans. 15-2, the final score for the Majors.
We'll have final thoughts and a post-game interview on the other side of this break. Stay with us.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope.
Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
You're watching.
Here's the pitch. Joseph drills it to right center field. That ball's going back to the warning track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Starling Joseph, a 2-run home run.
London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Park. This ball game is over. The Majors take it by a score of 15-2 here on this Friday night. Quite the offensive output here in this one. Jared Lund, another quality outing out there on the mound for the London Majors. Noah, a great job on all fronts.
Yeah, Dylan, really a fantastic job all the way around there for the London Majors. 15 runs on 17 hits. Just the one error for the Majors tonight. That's not a bad mark there. They played a pretty, Dylan, I think you would agree, sound defensive game in the ball game.
Absolutely, they did, Noah. Some good defensive performances there by the Majors all throughout this ball game, and that combined with the offense they had, as well as the pitching from Jared Lund out there on the mound, and then Scott Janice, Cam O'Reilly, and Braden Farrington secured this win for London. As we will send it down to field level now, here is the third member of our crew. It's Jaci Solomon.
Thanks, Noah and Dylan. The London Majors wrap up their first Friday night game with a win against the Brantford Red Sox, and they'll be ready to rock and roll into tomorrow afternoon's game against Welland. Back to you guys in the Game Day London press box.
Thank you, JC. Once again, the Majors, a big 15-2 victory over the Brantford Red Sox here today as we welcome you back inside the Game Day London broadcast booth. Noah, all around great performance here today for the Majors. An impressive showing to continue their streak from last week.
Yeah, Dylan, you look at the way that the Majors started this season 0-3. You live in a town like London, Dylan, that gets people talking. What's wrong with the Majors? Are the Majors going to have an off season? They've turned things around here. Couple of 3 wins last weekend, the win here on this Friday night. And just like that, they're back above 500. It's going to be a big test tomorrow when they make the road trip to Welland to take on the Jackfish. You know that's always a tough place to play for the Majors, and we'll see how they do tomorrow evening against the Welland Jackfish.
Always a tough task at Welland Stadium against the Jackfish. We've got Byron Reichstein over at field level now, looking up at us here in the press box. Jaci Solomon's down there with him.
Well, let's see if we can throw it back down to JC down on field level. Go ahead. Go ahead, guys. Nothing? Nothing? That's Byron Reichstein telling us that there is no interview down there.
Well, that's going to do it for our coverage here on this Friday night, Dylan. The Majors win by a final score of 15-2 here on Majors TV. Thank you for tuning in as the Majors victorious here on this Friday night.